Jin has a Wuss Black with 10 frame art, 2-4. 12 frame punish, 13 frame punish, easy, 15 frame punish, while standing punishment, go to let the salt flow. There's no salt here. Salt where? Yo.
Hello?
Yo.
Okay.
You good?
So, yeah, I'm good. I just needed to get some water and stuff.
Alright, cool. Alright, now we're gonna go over the tier list.
Alright. So where am I supposed to be looking?
I can share it with you now, actually. Hold on. Let me see if I can screen share with you. I don't know if I can share your screen. I don't know if this is gonna go crazy on my PSU, but we'll do it. Alright, cool. Go live. Alright, so can you see my screen?
Hold up. Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna turn the music.
Whoa! Oh my lord. Okay.
I want to know what you're saying with the characters. All right, let's start from D.
Start from D. Yeah. Okay. So, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
I just want to hear what you're saying because I know it's not going to be what I'm expecting, but go ahead.
The first thing that's like glaring to me is like, oh my goodness. All right, why is I'm effectively speechless and I'm not even what can we not start from the bottom? Actually, let's start from the bottom.
Yeah,
that's perfect. Why is I know it looks great, right? You know, the like synergy with them, I guess I could say it, but why are Kuma and Armor King right next to each other?
Do you think Armor King's good?
No, that's not what I'm asking. Armor King, Katarina, Gigas are at the same table. At the same school table. So why do you think Armor King and Bears are the same tier?
Armor King is not good.
But he's not bottom 4 or like sits. Why would he not? What's not good about him? What does he not have?
It's hard for him to even win. Look at when JDCR played him. He's finding it a struggle to play with him and win.
Oh, we're not talking about how he's struggling with them. If you ask JDCR, he would think Armor King is good enough. He would say good enough. Good enough is not D tier. But I'm not gonna think about what Armor King is thinking about. I'm not gonna ask JDCR, you know, what he thinks of Armor King or what Jimmy J Tran thinks of Armor King. Because if we were to ask them, they would think he's good enough or even better than that. So we're gonna roll back and like say what Armor King has without having to go with other people.
Okay.
So Armor King is, I think, what doesn't he have?
While standing punishment is not good.
Okay, while standing punishment is not good. He's up to like, what is it? That's important in Tekken 7. You're right. While standing punishment needs to be good.
Yeah, I think his while standing 1 is 16. Is it 16 frames? Or it might be slower. It's 16 frames, I think.
Even then, he can launch from crouch at 15 because he has a hop kick.
But how many frames is his hop kick though? Because remember, to crouch cancel is 1 frame. Ain't it 1 frame?
You don't need to crouch cancel hop.
You could do upward 4.
Just,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, you don't need to crouch cancel hop kicks.
I mean,
it'll be 15 frames for crouching.
Okay, anyway. So he has that, which is 15, but then his hop kick is terrible range. There we go.
What is the point of why does that matter?
Because if, say for example, if there's like a slow low, like for example, Nina's wiped the floor and you block it from a certain distance, and then you try to hop kick.
Why would you do a hop kick right there?
So what would you do while standing 1? While standing 1 range is not that great ever.
You would dark upper. A block to wipe the floor is like minus 27.
Okay, fair enough. But then,
you would get 80 damage.
Okay, so then what if there's a low? Like, let me try and figure out what lows are there that are quite. I'm trying to figure out what lows are actually from a range. All right. Fakrem's what? Down 4. I don't know if it hits by max range if you can do hop kick. I'm unsure.
While standing one should reach, but you should test that.
Yeah, exactly.
While standing one should reach. While standing one has actually not too bad of range, but
okay. Akuma's down 4. Someone in the chat said Akuma's down 4.
I'm not really too sure about that, but it should be like Street Fighter 4, where he can't reach it with either a hop kick or while standing. It shouldn't be. I've never had that problem where is this a low I can't punish with anything. Like I can either delayed hop kick while standing 1, or dark upper.
Okay, so what would you? All right, so where would you put Armor King then? See?
Well, there's a lot of people at this cafeteria right now, so a lot of the tables are full. So when I start putting Armor King, let's say like at the top of B, right? If I put Armor King at the top of B, then it's gonna look like, because I can't put him in like A, because the characters in A are not as good as Armor King, because those characters in A need to move up to S, and then some characters in like S need to move down from A. So it's like it'll look weird, because then Armor King won't be the same tier as those other people. But we could start by just moving Armor King 1 up tier. We can do it one by one. So Armor King is definitely not Bears, because 1, he's got more lows than Bears, safety than Bears. He's got better movement than Bears, and he has things to hurt you if you don't interact with him. That don't get him killed.
All right, cool. You know what? When you put it that way, he has better movement. True. Okay. I'll put him here. Like, bearing in mind, when we put these characters in the tier list, it doesn't matter if they're first, second, third, or in the tier list. We're not doing that right now. We're just pushing them in. Ordered? No. We're just pushing them in.
Okay.
Like, when it gets to like top 10, which is the OP and S part, we'll do like the best 10. Like, but this part here, we won't worry about. Katarina,
okay.
Are we agreeing or are we disagreeing?
Just keep her down there for now. Just don't touch her. Let's just focus on Armor King. Let's get Armor King to a good spot, and then we'll go down again. And if someone's not in the right spot, we can just... I'd rather do it the other way around. Like, some characters need start from the top and then go down.
All right, cool. Let's start from the top then. Let's do top. But it's less interesting because we're doing the spicy stuff at the start. Then we're doing all these other characters at the end.
You know what? You're right. Start from the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I don't want Armor King to feel left out, because he's dying down there. He's a little too close to hell. So we gotta bring him up a bit. So now let's look at all the other characters in C tier, and it will make sense. All right, now the only first people that also don't belong here, or could possibly belong here, you can argue, is Nina and Jack. But we're gonna focus on Armor King. So if you ignore Nina and Jack, do you think Armor King and Lucky Chloe should be in the same tier?
Yeah. I would say they both have kind of like from their rage drive. Both of their rage drives are trash.
Oh no, Armor King's rage drive is not that bad. That is a scary rage drive, because it's an unreactable low that does almost guaranteed at least 56 damage. If you're near a wall and you set it up right, you could get giant swing, but that's weird. People are gonna say it's a bad rage drive because they don't know how to apply it. When I say, it's gonna sound weird when I say his rage drive is an unseeable low, because they're not thinking about it right. When I say it's an unreactable low, if something is an unblockable high, it has the same properties to avoid it as a low, right? So in order to defend against a low, defending against a low is the same as an unblockable high. You have to duck them both. Okay. So if Armor King's in rage drive and the move comes out of crouch dash, to avoid the rage drive, you need to avoid it the same way. You need to block the low. Does that make sense? So people say it's trash because they're not really understanding how to apply it. But this is why I thought Armor King was really cheap in Rage, because everyone's going to try to avoid the Rage Drive, right? But Crouch Dash allows it to, you know, because it's the same way as Slide. You can't really, you know, you can react to Slide, but not really the full animation. But you can see him do the input for the crouch, right?
So what you're basically saying is, once he's in Rage, he can just do Crouch Dash 4 and make them stand up, and then no,
he could do things even riskier than that. He can do, you know, Crouch Dash. He didn't Crouch Dash hop kick sounds scrubby, but that's it. While setting one safer, if you can have the execution to do it. But CD1, yes, it works. Not CD1. While standing one. Crouch Dash while standing one.
But the safer option would be just to do a Crouch Dash 4 or something like that. Just do Crouch Dash while standing 4 and stuff like that, because people are going to try and duck, right? They're going to try and duck the Rage Drive.
The reason why I say while standing one is because if you're in Rage and you're going to use your Rage Drive, it's in a comeback situation. So if you're going to go for something like that, like high risk, because the Rage Drive is high risk, right? High risk, high reward. You know, you duck it, you know, they live, you hit it, you get your huge grab, but you know, you still die if you miss it. Sort of like Rage Arts, you know, you use it, you get your thing, you don't, you die. So if you're going to go for this mix up in Rage, you might as well do while standing one and then get your full combo. And then at the wall, they have to affect, they're forced to break 2+4 every time if it's going to kill them. Because 2+4 would allow you to get the guaranteed Rage Drive afterwards. So it's still like a wall through mix up like Marduk. So you can get your flapjack thing at the wall if you want. So effectively, the Wave Dash allows them to realign and Rage, right? And the Wave Dash also hides the animation of what move he's going to do. You know, Rage Drive comes out of the Wave Dash, right? But you can't really, you know, tell when he's going to, you know, what's coming out of the move.
All right, cool. So, all right, let's move on from. All right, so we'll put Armor King. What's your last thoughts on Armor King? I don't want to spend too much time because there's 49 characters.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we have to figure out what we're doing with the characters.
I'm just going to tell people that Armor King and Devil Jin sort of play the same way, except you don't have a Hell Sweep, you have throws.
Okay. So are we sitting him here? Are we sitting him here?
Like the bottom of B would make sense, at least like right now, because he's definitely not Lucky Chloe. Because Lucky Chloe just is troll. Yeah. Definitely nowhere near Lily, because Lily does not have things that Armor King has. So even if you look at like the tools, you know, and then the only person I think people that don't belong in C are Jack and Nina. You could probably make it for
B?
Noctis that argument. Yeah.
B. Yeah, I was thinking.
Jack has been solid since. I guess you can make your argument since DR, but Tekken 6 he was very strong, and then from that point on, he's been an offensive poke neutral monster. He's just an offensive poking monster. And playing him isn't very hard either. Or not hard per se, it's just very simple. But that's just how it is. Okay, so that actually looks a lot better because, yeah. Now, the people who are way lower than that, Eddie isn't too bad.
Whoa. You're still pushing up. I know your eyes are on A, S, and OP. We got to start at D.
No, I said Eddie.
Oh, okay.
I said Eddie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Eddie, because Eddie and Gideus are not close to. Gideus is horrible. Gideus is the saddest thing, and it kills me.
He ain't that bad.
Gideus is a struggle.
He ain't that bad.
Gideus is a struggle, and you know he's not that. You know he's bad.
He's not that bad, bro. He has good while standing. Well, he has decent while standing punishment.
His best move is forward 2.
I mean,
all right. I'm a Gideus believer too. He has the sauce, but only when they don't know what the sauce is.
That's true.
You know, down forward 3, that's the sauce, right?
Yeah.
But like, look at what it is. Like, it's death if they guess right. It's death at the end. Yeah. And it's just right. And then it's just not like it's things, right? It's not like these. It's just people have better things than him. So Eddie doesn't have to like fully kill himself. Yeah, he could make you guess, but like when he gets you, he gets you. Like he can still move. He can still throw out up forward 4. He's got a plus on block low. You know, he's got things. You know, he doesn't have back 1-4 like last game, but he don't really need that. Like for real, he's not damaged. He's got like lows. He's not like a bad character. He's not amazing, but you know he can still make you guess. He can still play the game. He's not tracking. You know, he's not a bad character at all.
Sounds like you want to move Eddie to C.
Yeah, C wouldn't be too bad. Like, because he has things to make you play the game. Like, if you're not playing the game, he can still like make you guess. Like, and the guessing is like death or death for you or him. So he's still like Raven, where like everything Raven does is like a guess. Where like you know how effectively everything Raven hits you with, like let's say she hits you with down bat 2 or like something in haze. You know you have to guess between something or something, but like she'll die for either of those if you guess right. But it's on everything. Yeah, Eddie's like that, but not very like can't defend as well. So his defending is literally him like running away. If that made sense.
I mean, all right, cool. I'll like Eddie's not that bad. I feel like his tracking ain't that great, but I'll keep it to that one. All right, Eddie can stay in C. So I feel like C looks. I think Noctis might be able to move up a little bit because I think Noctis is actually decent.
Yeah, Noctis and Eddie could move up. And
no, not Eddie. Eddie's saying in C.
Eddie is staying in C.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? You could keep Eddie in C. You could say, you know, he has tracking problems, but like everyone down there is going to have tracking problems and air quotes until we get to like A, to where they don't have any problems at all. Because having tracking problems in Tekken didn't used to be like a problem. Like that used to be like a plus. Having amazing tracking was what made you OP, and then not having good tracking just made you like, okay, he's a Tekken character, he's pretty good. Yep. But now having everything, if you don't have everything, then your character sucks. But we'll move on. Okay. I guess everyone is C tier is fine. Lily sucks, whatever. Yoshi's not very good. Lei, I guess the same. You know, those characters are troll. I would think. I'm not going to talk about them. Let's just move on to a different tier.
All right, hold on. We gotta make sure that the tiers are right though. So is D tier fine? Are we agreeing?
I personally do not think Lars is as bad as people say. I don't know where that came from. Like Lars still plays the game like the same. Like if you do one change to Lars, you'd be like top of A, and that's like the full crouch down forward 2. If that was just done at standing, he'd be like the best character. He actually has good tracking. He's not lows. He's not damage. He has good whiff punishers, and his 1-2 is one of the best 1-2s in the game. It floats Chloe's hop kick, and you just keep 1-2 in her. She can't hop kick out of it.
I do think Lars should move up one tier, but I don't, because I've always said when I ask the Koreans, they say yeah, Lars is the worst in the game. So I'm thinking when I've played with Lars, I'm like, nah, Lars don't see him as bad as people were saying. Yeah,
that's a little bit of a meme that Lars is trash. When someone says, don't take it too out of context. When someone says someone is trash in this game, like I could effectively say like Kazumi is trash. You know, King is trash. Who else? Lee is trash. Raven Deviljin is trash. Just because they're not Akuma or Leroy or Fakaron, because that's what the game boiled down to now. You know, but. Lars still has the Lars things. He's definitely nowhere like not as bad as Katarina. Katarina's mid homing move is -13, so it's just Lars is better. Like what happened to Lars from this game to the next game was like, and then they buffed him too. So I don't know why Lars would be like Bears. He don't have to die for anything. Like He's not good damage and punish. He's not good punishment. He's not even like I don't know, horrible. It's just he doesn't have like stupid Tekken 7 things like Paul quarter circle back four or something. But like, I still think he's like not even super horrible. He's not super horrible as people are saying. I would say like Lars would be the bottom of B, like, because he just, I don't know, he's just not even as bad as people say. Yeah, Lars doesn't die for lows. What lows? Don't do the lows that kill. He has lows that you don't die for. If you do down back four, you die for it, right? Don't do that low. That low is literally only used for people coming into you. He still has snake bites to full crouch low. He still has down four. He still got down back one. But like your job isn't to do lows. It's to like pressure with 1-2. And if they the pushback on 1-2 allows you to backdash once out of anything after 1-2 and then whip punish with like 4-2-1. That's good. Yep, Arc Blast is good too. Even though his down forward 2 was better last game, this down forward 2 still has application. Like, I think he's slept on, but not slept on in a way where like he's S tier, but like slept on in a way where he's like maybe like average. I don't think he's like horrible.
Would you agree that, like, you know, for me, I think Lars's game is obviously to pressure with 1-2, backdash, the down forward 1, sidestep or backdash. Yes. That's the way how you play this character. It's not about like hitting them with lows and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's all about
low spacing. Old Kazumi.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So we're agreeing then, or are we gonna move him up a tier? I think moving him up a tier, it's a bit.
You cannot play that safe with like Cat or Bears or like even Gideus. Gideus is gonna have to like. Well, you see the thing with Gideus is him on defense is literally him moving back and forth. Mm-hmm. Like he can't like move around things. If he's moving, it's just for stage positioning. So when Gideus is basically like an RPG character, like turn-based as hell, since you can't really move around anything, so you guys are just taking turns. Yep. But that is a plus side to Gideus. You know, he forces them to play something stupid, this stupid RPG game, but like he's not very like good at it. I can see if he forced them to play that game. I feel like Fakaram is gonna force people to play that game now, except he's gonna be really, really good since he can't sidestep anymore.
He's the final boss of the RPG game, mate. Final boss. Or the final secret, boss, or should we say secret boss? Because the secret bosses are always the OP ones, right?
So, yeah. So if you were going to put Lars in there, if you compare Lars with everyone up to the B tier, you couldn't make an argument for them in C or D because Lars had better things to effectively or safer too than any of those in C and D.
But the thing is, his rage driver is not that good though.
Yeah, neither is Lars. It's outside. I'm not outside of like having a rage drive. You know, that's like comeback ability. But Lars is like rage drive comeback wise for what Lars wants to do is like hit like those big like random like launchers, like sidestep, arc blast, and stuff like that. And so that does help him a bit. The rage drive, it could be more toxic, but him having that like extra to the wall when someone's pressuring him, like let's say he's low on health and he's at the wall. If he did some random sidestep, like arc blast, sort of like sidestep standing to a geese, and then that rage drive will allow him to carry back to the other wall. So it still does something. It's not like the application of it is like corny, I guess, but how some people use it is just wild.
Okay, so like, would you say Lars has any keep up moves?
Oh, orbitals. His orbital is like super. His orbital's still the same. His keep out is like, orbital definitely when he wants to do keep out, but you can't be wrong with orbitals because you know, if you mess up the spacing once, you'll get whip punish. Lars doesn't really want to keep out. His keep out is like effectively he can panic with something, if that makes sense. So he doesn't really want to keep you out because Lars wants to really be in, if that makes sense.
Oh damn! I put Claudio B tier. Sorry, my bad. I just clocked. Claudio's not B. I think he's A. Anyways, we're gonna get into that. But yeah, all right. So D is okay then. We're cool with D.
Yeah, those characters are horrible.
Okay, C. We're okay with C.
Uh,
I think Lay should be in B, but I don't know. His punishment's whack. But his mix-up game is I think his mix-up game is really good. Not very,
I guess
very
you
good.
could argue. You could argue, yeah.
So,
He's definitely C. The characters in C should just like you have to like see, when you do it from letters. The reason why letters is like weird. You're saying like the characters in this tier are equal to or like greater than each other. So when you say like C, like Lars is as strong as like people in B like Bob.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think it's like he's not Lily. Like if you don't interact with Lily, or like if you don't interact with Lily, there's nothing scary about her.
I understand. All right, cool. So we're cool. We're cool with C then.
Just leave it as is. You can think Lars is bad. I can respect the opinion. It's understandable. It's not the end of the world thing. You can think Eddie is bad too. Like that's not the end of the world, right? As long as all those people in C or below suck, so it's whatever. We can agree. They all suck. They suck. C and D suck. B tier.
All right, let's get into it, man. Cause I want to get close to the A tier. That's where it's gonna be more fun. All right.
That's not really. It's not ordered right.
You don't think so? No,
is it ordered?
No, it's not ordered. It's not ordered. We're just putting them in the tier.
If it's not ordered, then more people need to be in B tier.
Okay.
No, wait, no. I just saw. All right, now I see. Because you have some. Now I know why it looks weird. Because you have some people that need to be lower up higher.
Who would you say needs to be lower? From A though, don't look at S and O and O.
I'm not looking at S. I'm looking at A. I would say Dragunov, and Josie.
Dragunov? What?
Yeah.
Nah, let's talk. Dragunov and Josie, how?
Law is definitely not the same strength as Dragunov.
Yeah, we could just move him up because I think he's S.
Yeah, just do that. That looks much better having Law up there. And then Law and Jin are like around the same strength too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that already looks way better. And then Kazi is just as strong as Jin. Kazi is literally just as strong as Jin, if not the same.
Huh?
Kazi is just as strong as Jin.
Huh?
Why is that confusing?
Huh?
You don't think that? You guys really don't think that?
Heihachi.
No, not Heihachi. Kazuya.
Kazuya.
Yes, Kazuya. Kazuya and Jin are like the same thing. What their strengths are the same thing.
I think Jin's better.
You could, but like Kazuya is still definitely better than everyone in the tier he's in.
You know what?
Do you need me to? I can explain this.
Explain.
I can explain this. Okay, so the thing that makes both of them stupid is that they can, especially in this season, is that they can change the risk reward of their mix-up that they force you to play. So if you look at like what makes, let's look at Jin's game plan. So Jin's game plan is to literally 2-1 you. And if you don't respect the last hit of 2-1-4, right, he'll finish it, and then it will be frame advantage. So he 2-1s, and once you get to respect the last hit, he mixes you up. Now, the reason why he mixes you up is because the risk reward is effectively in his favor, right? Because the Hell Sweep does 51 damage, and then the 4-4-3 does just as much. But here's where the risk calculation comes in play. He does not have to do, the Hell Sweep every time, but you have to go out of your way to avoid the Hell Sweep, which is either ducking the Hell Sweep or mashing. So because if you just keep eating 443s, Jin isn't losing anything for eating like doing 443, right? He's not losing anything for him doing 443. But you going out of your way to defend against the Hell Sweep, he gets like huge damage, possibly up to like 90 or 89 if he gets the wall.
I mean, but are you gonna base Jin's gameplay around 2-1? Cause I don't really see much people like spamming out the 2-1.
Okay, though they need to do that then because it's OP as hell. Because here's the thing about where he can change his risk. This is where he can change his risk because he has down back 4.
Okay.
So if he wants to go for the low, then he can change the risk for down back 4, which is minus 13. So then you ducking, you are not getting the reward you wanted for ducking at all. So you having to defend against 443 and down back 4 if you don't match. Now let's see if you don't want to defend against that, because let's say, that's too hard for you, not really hard to defend against. It's too punishing for you to have to keep guessing. Because if someone's making you guess in Tekken, you're losing. Even if you're guessing right, because effectively he's making you guess. The more that you have to guess, the more that you're losing. Because eventually it's not going to pay out in your favor, especially if the risk reward is messed up. Because if he's going for 443, if he guesses wrong on 443, Jin does not die. You guess wrong, you die, right? And since you have to go out of your way to block Hell Sweep, that makes it scarier. And then since he does not have to Hell Sweep and he can change the risk with down back 4, it's scarier. So the game plan for Jin is to 2-1 and then 2-1-4. Effectively read when you're going to defend. Once he reads that you're going to defend, he misses you up. And what he does for when you don't want to defend is he counter hits you. That's why people hate 4 and forward 4, because there's just such easy ways to guess without him losing anything, and they provide a lot of coverage. So if I do 2-1 and then 4, right, on the end, I'm just going to go back, and then 2-1, and I get 2-1 on hit. Since I got it on hit, and I think you're going to block, right, I'm going to mix you up. But if you don't block, I can hit 4 and counter hit you. And that's how Jin works. And then he's got a lot of other things to let him play stupid. Like the parry is super dumb. That's like one of the best parries in the game because of the whiff recovery. He has Mishima tools, but he's not a Mishima for some reason. That's annoying. They made his electric launcher normal hit, like stuff like that. So we know why Jin's good, right? It's like you're forced to play his game, and it's dumb. Because if you attack into him too, he could parry, and it's stupid.
Okay,
so you have to respect 2-1.
So why is Kazuya and Jin at the same level then?
Okay, now Kazuya does the same thing. Okay, except his pressure is a lot scarier when he gets the thing. Because his Hell Sweep is about putting you in a vortex. It's about the situation afterward. What makes Jin strong is just the damage. Flat out 51 damage. And, positioning. Jin's Hell Sweep, puts you in a vortex. It puts you face down, feet away, with the least amount of options there, right? You're in the Oki position with the least amount of options. If not the least, one's what the most damaging. Face down, feet away gives you, the low comes out at the slowest and it's the most punishable, and so does the mid. So your only options are to back and, side roll. So that's basically what his Hell Sweep. So what makes it even dumber is the mids he does to counteract that when you finally guess, and it's down bat 2, what puts you in the same mix up and it's safe as Hell Sweep, and then like 443. But 443 only works on like specific wake up scenarios where he knows you're going to, or you have to defend against on like a wake up. But here's the dumb thing. Let's say he launches you, right? Not even talking about the launch, because this happens, and he gets you to the wall and he does the main man combo, the while standing 4, down 4, 1, 4, into the 1+2, right? Mm-hmm. You have to eat the down back 4 after the wall combo.
Because it's grounded.
If you, it covers a lot of options, and this is the problem. Because down back 4 it's sort of like taking the throw in Street Fighter V. You have to take that low at the wall. If you're getting up and blocking it, it's not in your favor. And this is what I mean, because risk reward calculation is important when discussing the strengths of characters in this game.
Yeah, no, he's talking the truth. He's talking the truth. He's talking the truth.
Yeah. So when you're at the wall and you have to defend against down back 4, right? What are you gaining for the blocking down back 4 at the wall? You're just getting, like, at most while standing 4, and your character's BS, you get, like, down 2 fireball. But that's talking about, like, the other 95% of the cast. They just get to live. Now, if you show that you're not defending against this move, you will die more than Kazuya lives. Because if you successfully defend against the mid, Kazuya doesn't die, but neither do you. If you're defending against the low and you get hit by the mid, you super die. So it's in his favor to do down back 4. So he's effectively just putting himself at the wall. Like, down back 4, everything in his favor. You have to eat this low. And then if he can randomly do down back 2 and have, like, you know, this is safe. You have to hold that. So risk-reward calculation is what makes both of these characters dumb. Not to mention the other buffs, like Kazuya's electric being buffed, you know, damage like that. And then people really sleep on him having a dragon install. I don't know why people forgot he has a dragon install. And the dragon install, his Hell Sweep does like 60 damage. And if there's a wall, it's like 80 plus. And then he has his granddad's move, the reverse hug, which does everything in the game. And then they buffed it so he can combo off of it easier now. So he's just... And then his forward 4 launches on crouchers. He just has the best things ever when he's like in devil form. And then how he gets into devil form is even dumb, because he can low hit wall splat with devil form with the rage drive to get into devil form. And then he could do the manual, like Kazuya has a soul charge from Soul Calibur 6. He can power himself up and it's an armor and it knocks you back. So then he's super form and then he has to guess. No, you guys have to guess, because Kazuya has reverse hug, and reverse hug is like, we say nobody uses devil. That's probably why you guys don't think he's that strong, because devil form
is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. He has a move that has every property in the game. Reverse hug is mid, safe, normal hit launcher, and it's fast. It tries both ways.
We're gonna put him in S tier, because you know what, his rage drive. You know, your name is rage drive. When he goes into devil, his electric is mid. His electric is mid. It's either you stand blocking or you deal with the free hit hell sweep. So
he has way too many safe mids that do everything in devil form anyway. Even electric is mid, reverse hug is mid, forward 4 is mid, and it's a launcher, and then the hell sweep 70 damage. So like it's not in your favor even more. So like the things that do more damage do even more damage while he's even safer. So it's just, you guessed wrong with him not even having the guess. Like, me doing reverse hug isn't me guessing against anything. But if you tried to guess, you died. Like, you just die.
I also think as well, like, because in Season 3 they gave him that combo potential back 2-1. I think it makes him a lot more stronger than what he was before. Just yes. Because of the way you can
it allows him to combo from devil mode now. Yep. He can combo from the reverse hug and devil mode. Before he just got the hell sweep afterwards. Now he gets a full combo, like 70 plus in devil form, from a move that he didn't even have to think about doing, because it does everything. So that's how, like, Jin and Kazuya it's, if you think Jin is strong, there's no way you can't think Kazuya is strong, because they do the same thing. They do a bunch of damage, they got coverage, they got risk rewards to, well, not really coverage, but the risk reward is dumb. That's what makes those characters stupid.
Okay, so there's two things before we move on from Kazuya. So, number one, obviously, he could do electrics from a failed Electric Wind God Fist. That's happened loads of times. I see a lot of Kazuya players do failed Electric Wind God Fist, and then they do 2 of them, or they do Electric Wind God Fist, do failed one, and then do back 2-1. So I think that's why I think he's really strong. However, I do think that he should be an A, because this is behind a rage drive. Or should I say, it's effectively behind when he's in rage, that he can go in devil mode and become that much stronger.
Oh, no, devil mode's just the icing on the cake that he should not have at all. Even outside of that, he still does the same risk-reward manipulation as Jin. It's just that the rage drive, it just sends him over the top for no reason. And then back to 1 is good because he gets a salvage combo if he messes up the perfect electric after counter hit down forward 2. if you just mess it up, you know, he can fully combo off of it now with that 2-1. So that's amazing. It just gave him way more carry. Like he's insane. I don't know. Like he's what Devil Jin should be, or how Devil Jin used to be, but now he's not.
So would you say that Kazuya matches up with all the other characters? Actually, you know what? In S tier, let me move Geese. Geese should be in OP. So in S tier, would you? I think Zafina should be in OP too.
Yes.
In S tier, would you say that Kazuya can match up to all of these characters then?
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Would you say he's the weaker end of the S tier?
No, he's not the weakest one in that tier right now.
Would you say he's in the middle of the tier right now?
I would say he's
the lower end.
Below. You could say that he's below Jin and Steve.
Okay.
And Law. He's lower than Law, definitely. His Law is ridiculous. But you could also put him higher than Law. Like I'd be fine with that too. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
But the people that he's definitely higher than are Devil Jin and Raven. Way higher than Devil Jin and Raven.
You think Kazuya's better than Devil Jin?
Yes. Even side by side, he's better.
Okay.
That's not even like thinking. He has better things than him. Like straight up has better things than him.
Then Devil Jin?
Yes. Jay, am I going to have to turn on the game?
Then Devil Jin. Explain to me.
I will show you. I will show you. Straight up, I will show all of you. Hold up. I'm loading up this game while I'm talking. Okay, so hold up. For real. If you look at what Devil Jin uses in Kazuya's tools, straight up, you can even put them side by side. Kazuya's tools are better than Devil Jin's. Like, Kazuya has more and safer tools to use than Devil Jin's. Devil Jin has the things, but with his comes risk. So his risk equals the reward, right? Kazuya can take lower risk and still get reward for Devil Jin.
But Devil Jin is... I think Devil Jin's better. He's just got safer options. Up, forward, forward,
no,
2.
No, he does not have safer options.
He doesn't?
No, Devil Jin has to take more risk than Kazuya, so that's why he does less things. Devil Jin has less.
You're trolling me.
And it's no, I'm serious. No, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show all of you. Since this sounds super wild, hold up. I'm going to share my screen. I'm serious. No one believes me. But, you know, I'll make you guys realize. I don't know why people keep saying, ever since season 2, you know, came up, Kazuya has been better than Devil Jin.
Let me share. Are you sharing? Okay, you're sharing your screen. All right, cool.
Devil Jin did a really nice buff, but it's still, he needs more, right?
Can they see this? They can't see this. All right, hold on. I made the screen full screen. 1 second, you look. Because I really got to see this.
To the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Hold on.
Devil Jin. Kazuya Mishima.
Hold on.
No, there is not a cause that whoops me. I actually only fight Devil Jin. The characters I fought the most are Devil Jin and Brian. Okay, I will not be beat by either of those characters.
Okay, let's see what you're saying.
Let's go to Infinite Azure. Okay. Let's hope this loads. Okay, so we're gonna look at what you have to defend against Devil Jin, and then what happens when you get hit by something from Kazuya. Okay, we're literally going to compare side by side because people don't think this for some reason. Okay, so let's actually simple select it. So let's see, Devil Jin. I picked the ugly default, whatever. Okay, so Not guard all. Repeat. Okay. So let's look at what Double Jin has. Okay, so he has, you know, moves out of this. He got his health speed. Everybody knows that. He got this move, right? Which did receive a buff. I'll give it that. You know, that's his lows. His lows, minus 13, plus 3. That's just like a tiny poke. So he's got this, that, and then let's look at his mids. You're come to find that his mids are super lackluster, right? So his mids are, let's say you guys think Double Jin is a 50-50 character, because that's what most people think he does. So let's say I'm going to mix you up for 50-50s, like most people think he does. Okay, so what am I going to do as a mid? Pick a mid. Pick a Double Jin mid.
4-4-2, back 4-2, 1, back 4-2-1.
4-4-2, right? Okay, knock down. You know, Demon Paw is pretty solid as a mid, right? Poke. You did your mid, you knock down, you gain space, good Double Jin space. You can play more neutral, right? Pretty good. You wave dash again, up forward 4. Okay, this got nerfed, and now it's like a 3-way Oki mix up for them holding back or them getting out of it, right? So he allows them to get out of it now instead of getting his guaranteed hit, right?
Oh, you can do
He
electric.
allows them to some counterplay, right? If they get up, you know, he can electric them, right? So there's options, right? You have options if you get hit by this, right? Would you agree with me?
I'm agreeing. I'm listening.
Yeah, you have defensive options if he hits you with that, right? Okay, what are his other mids? You know, if I'm wave dashing like this.
So you could do a full crouch. Yeah, back 4-2-1.
I could do that.
Yep.
Right? Not that. Do not do that.
Yeah.
Do not do that. You can do that, right?
Yeah.
This is actually his best mid. This is what he uses to mix you up if he's wave dashing. If you're going to go for a 50-50 between a low or a mid with Double Jin, like for real, if you're going to play him like that, do that. Someone said can. That guy is woke. Don't do that. The reason why you do while standing 2 is because it tracks to his weak side. And I'm going to show you the strength. Because let's say I do this. Alright, we're going to show you this. Alright, that does not track that well to his right, but it whiffs a lot when you're at further range. So that doesn't really consistently track to his right. Demon Paw also lost tracking. I did that wrong. He lost a lot of his tracking to his right. It's like so inconsistent that it gets him killed. So if you have a read on like his dash when he's going to do a move, like that's what happens. But he has to realign for his thing. So that whiffs. Everyone knows how sweep whiffs, right?
Yeah.
So everything that he's doing to you does not track to that side, right?
Okay.
He has to do laser scraper, right? So he has the things to track you to that side, right?
What about
it's not like he's missing things.
What about
right?
down forward 1-2?
All right, you don't want to finish that a lot on Double Jin, but you can if you want. Like, you don't want to finish that. You don't want to use his down forward 1 how people think you want to use it. You want to be a finisher. Yeah, no, that's not. You don't want to use his down for 1 like that. You want to use it like a.
You can hit confirm it.
Like
right?
a literal poke. Like you want to use it to, as like a, sort of like a Street Fighter poke almost, where like you throw it out like that, but like you don't use it to continue, off it. You read the situation. If it hits, you're +8, and then you either start your wave dash pressure or you frame trap perfectly with back 4. If it's blocked, you just go back, right? So if it hits, you frame trap or you read the situation, and then you mix them up, or you just go back.
One second. The real problem X. Thank you very much for the 281 host. I appreciate that big host, man. Thank you very much, bro. Hope you had a good stream. We're just talking about the Tekken 7 tier list, and we're basically trying to discover where Kazuya and Devil Jin should go. I personally think Devil Jin is better than Kazuya. Landon thinks Kazuya is better than Devil Jin. So we're just trying to talk about why he thinks Kazuya is better. But yeah, welcome to the stream.
All right, this person said Laser Scraper alone is better than any of Kazuya's mids. Don't worry, we'll get to Kazuya. We'll get to him. I'm just showing you the strengths of this character. Like, I'm not trying to downplay him. I'm like, okay, well, if you're wave dashing, he has a way to effectively, you know, track you that way, right? With while standing too, right? It's a little weird, but you know, it's there.
All right, let's see. So you've gone over the mids because obviously I still want to finish off the tier list, and I don't want to make the tier list
so
too long.
Him mixing you up is not in his like favor, right? So everything goes to his right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything is avoided by going to his right. Electric, Hell Sweep, Demon Paw, down for one. All of his moves, right? And then this is still launch punishable. The only things that he can track you with are this, which is punishable, and that's it. Because this doesn't have too strong a tracking to his right, even though it looks like it. It's like lying to you. If you step it, it'll work most often the time. Just try to step it on the timing you would think like a move would come out. Because you're late, you're gonna get hit by it, right? And then even if you do get hit by it, you have options afterwards, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, now let's go to what Kazuya's tools. All right, we're gonna go to Kazuya's tools.
Mr. Practical says that Kaz is better than Devil Jin. All right, cool. All right,
so now let's look at his lows, right? Where do we start off with Kazuya? Like, okay, let's look at his lows. So he has Hell Sweep, right? You have options if you get hit by that, right? The same way you get hit by L forward 4. But, you know, down back 4, +4. It's more plus than Devil Jin's low that he uses to change his risk reward. It's +4, and it's less punishable. It's -12. That's important because a lot of people have buff I-13 while standing launchers on purpose. Like LOL, everyone in like the top tier will have a buff 13 frame while standing launcher. That's the point, right? Mm-hmm. So down back 4 is just a better low than Devil Jin's down back 2. Last game it was like -12 +6, but now it's -13, you know, +3. That's for Devil Jin. Mm-hmm. So he has this, and the range it hits from is just absurd. It should not be that large. I'm trying to whiff it. Okay, there. It whiffs. How do I whiff this? I literally can't. It hits from. Okay, and then the tracking on it is just as stupid. Everyone knows. So this low is ridiculous. +4 for him is annoying, right? Everyone knows. So that low is crazy. And then let's talk about, you know, oh yeah, and he has other lows. That low. He has defensive lows too. I don't know what that is on block. Okay, -12. That's good. So he's got defensive lows. Let me look up when that actually, if it has any crush frames in it real quick. I'm just looking it up real quick. Okay, down back 3.
But that low can be sidestepped though, no? That low is not that good.
Well, you're not doing this low offensively. It can be sidestepped. This is a low. Oh, it's crouching state at 6 frames. So you go into a crouching state with this at, you know, 6 frames. This low isn't used offensively. This is a defensive low for when people are coming into you. So you can get out of like things like jab pressure and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
what about
because on counter hit, because look, on counter hit it's +7.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's over Devil Jin. So I already have better lows than Devil Jin, right? But you know, the Hell Sweep, you could argue, you know, his Hell Sweep launches, you know, Kazuya's, you know, does the vortex, right? So which one is stronger, right? Whose Hell Sweep is effectively stronger right here? And I'm going to say Kazuya's, because Kazuya's can be done whether you're near a wall or not. You know, Devil Jin gets his combo off of his, right? He can get a good combo, but this is the thing with Devil Jin. You don't use Devil Jin's Hell Sweep like a 50-50. You use his Hell Sweep like there are situations where they're in Hell Sweep situations, if that made sense. Hold up. I need to change the stage. Because you don't want to just mix people up with Devil Jin's Hell Sweep or some random mid, because that risk reward is never in your favor. Or not never. It's just more than likely not in your favor. To mix someone up with a launch punishable low and a mid that doesn't do that much damage, that neither of them track to his weak side, right? The risk is just not worth it, because you could step the low and the mid And you could also block the low and he dies. So you don't want to effectively try to hell sweep someone all the time. So let me do this. So when you would want to hell sweep or double gen is when they put themselves stage positioning or like orientated. Double gen, they want double gen to play off of like stage positioning, and you can tell that from like the buffs he's gotten from the wall. So if you do a simple combo like this, double gen forces you to optimize. I messed up the low hit, but with the hell sweep, you're meant to put yourself in a spot, or they have to put themselves in a spot where if they hell sweep, they'll have to end up like dealing with a bunch of damage in the situation afterwards. So like right here would be good. Oh, I fucked up the ender. Hold up. Let's say, yeah, hell sweeping someone right here would be good. Yeah, I messed up the ender again. I'm sorry, I'm playing on right side. And I just tried. So right there would be good. But effectively, like, hell sweeping someone, like, randomly, like, right here is not going to do anything for you. It's just taking a risk you don't need. Because you're hell sweeping, it's like, okay. You didn't really get too much.
Well, you could do the run up and then do two and then do...
Yeah, do and to do that, right?
Yeah.
But even then, like... the strength of this hell sweep comes from when, hold up, you have a wall near you. The wall makes it work, right? Because essentially you just got like a 70 damage hell sweep. So then that's just like how it is. The hell sweep at the wall, you just get that, right? So it's not worth. However, Kazuya's hell sweep can just be done anywhere. If you want this situation after hell sweep, you can do it anywhere. The Oki situation is really messed up afterwards. This effectively just beats anything, but this is the coverage option. If they mash, oh look at that! I just did it at the wall and it did that. Right, that's a lot better than whatever Doujin did at the wall. But the situation after this is dumb because this covers everything, and this covers everything. Right? Even if they tech roll, if they stay on the ground, it's even worse for them. Right? Because they can't mash. If they mash or wake up, then they get counter hit. And if they don't do anything and they stand up, you know, they're just out of it. So you didn't lose anything afterwards. This is sort of like this, but you get to keep, you know, an advantageous situation afterwards and keep doing that. Okay? So now let's look what happens when you duck, right? If you're going to 50-50 someone with Kazuya, right? Let's say you got them to duck or pause, whatever. Like you did with Double Jin, right? So the mids already are safer that he uses to trap you to that side. So down bat 2 is safer than that. -9. And unlike Double Jin's up forward 4, remember how I told you he has options after getting hit by up forward 4? You don't have the same options. You eat that regardless. The forward 4 afterwards.
That's true.
Remember last season where Double Jin could up forward 4 and back 4?
Yeah.
They took that away from Double Jin, but kept it for Kazuya. They did that on purpose. And then they put you in the Oki position where he is, where they have the like least amount of options. So let's set it to ground technique. Wake up kick. Low kick. That one's horrible, so hold up. That is 26 frames and -20. This mid kick, 26 frames. It's -10 on hit. Let's see what that is on block. Let me block it. -19. So you have the slowest options, the least amount from getting hit by this. So he already has a safer mid for him to use. It's much better than Demon Paw. It's much better than up forward 4. And it comes from his right side. So that's already better than what Double Jin uses to mixes you up. And then this only does 33 damage, but it puts you in a spot where you need to guess. You know how Marduk, you know, his combo does like 76, right? or if he like gets you to the wall. But at the wall, he can make you guess afterwards with the throw, and then the throw does 40 damage. So then you take 100+ damage at the wall.
All right, cool.
So getting hit from this, and then you try to guess afterwards, you'll eat a lot more damage than like you wanted to.
All right, okay, I'm sold. I'm sold. All right, I think we should go. Let's go back to the tier list and try and finish it off.
Yeah, finish it up.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that I didn't even get to my devil mode. I have a whole nother character within this one.
All right, now show the devil mode. Show the devil mode very quickly.
Devil mode. Okay, that's good. Let me show you guys devil mode, because this is dumb. Okay, so first off, they decided, you know, they wanted to combine Soul Calibur and Tekken, and they allowed Kazuya to Soul Charge. So he has this. He just knocks you back, and it's armored. So you have to let him go into that mode, and everyone knows he gets into this mode from doing this, right? He's now in the most OP mode ever. Now, what could he do from this? Okay, heresy number 1. Not that. Heresy number 1. Reverse hug. This move has every property in the game. It's safe, fast, evades highs, mid, and it's basically homemade, right? And it's a normal hit launcher. That does everything, right? So that's heresy number 1. Heresy number 2, the Hell Sweep does like 55 damage. And if you're near the wall, you'll get more. Right, I messed up the last hit, but you could do a low hit for 80+ damage. So you're effectively, okay, I'm in rage. What am I gonna do? I messed up again. I was playing Tattoo. Oh, a mid that does everything? Wow, I guessed, right? Full combo, but you were afraid of a move I wasn't even gonna do. This covers every option if I'm in rage. So if you're too afraid to, you know, do it. It went under the 4. I don't know how I'll make it do it again, but it went under the 4. But, so that's it. And then forward 4 on crouchers. Crouching guard for me, baby. Gives him that, right? So if you're really afraid of it, he's like, I'm gonna go for something better. He's not that. Yeah, that was nice. So you have to let him go into this. And then you, like, this is also, he just has too many things to safely mix you up. While also having that, right? So, and also still having this. So it's just, Double Jin cannot do this. He cannot do this. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have this anymore. And the only thing he has over him is like literally Laser Scraper. And that's it. And remember how I talked about frame type situations? This is what Double Jin has over him. When I'm like, let's say you go for a poke, and you know, you're +8, right? Double Jin does have to take a risk. Not Double Jin. Kazuya has to take a risk. He has to do that, you know, if he wants to frame trap, like the normal machine made frame trap, like this, into that for counter hits.
Yeah.
Dashing is too slow. You know, you can hit him out of it. So Double Jin can just do this, right? Double Jin can, you know, do that safely. Down for 1 and the back forward. He also has Laser Scraper. You know, that's all right, I guess. It's a each their own. If you think Laser Scraper is better than, you know, this into this, or you know, this, you know, that's your opinion. But the fact of the matter is, this low is better than down bat 2. And then you could argue that, well, down bat 2 evades highs. Well, I also have this. So, I mean, I'm just putting them side by side. And then the mids are better and safer. And then the mids do more things. Oh, also I can do 3 electrics.
Alright, cool. I guess that one's done. That's fine. That's fine. I'll put him in S. I'll put him in S. You
can put them both in S. That's cool. It's just that Kazuya definitely has more than Devil Jin in this game, and they're doing it on purpose because he's the main character or something of this game.
It makes sense. I feel like Devil Jin is still better in my opinion, just because of the his command grabs are better. I think he's poking like forward 4-2 and stuff like that. No one's gonna do jab and forward 4-2 like that. Like his forward 4-2 has range.
He does have better pokes, but this isn't a poking game.
It's true.
This isn't a game where we run around and play neutral like that anymore.
It's Tekken 7.
In this game, we run around and we do these big, giant homing moves that cover a bunch of options and do a bunch of damage and zoom in. The camera zooms in and it does a bunch of damage. That's what this game is about. Last game was about running around and doing pokes, and the best character in that game was Devil Jin.
What game was this? Tekken 7 Season 2?
No, Tag 2.
Tag 2, okay.
That game was about running around and doing pokes. This game is about throwing out jet kick, Paul quarter circle back 4, Geese 4, Leroy back 4, Steve back 1, Law back 4, Jin 4, and the person who said Kazuya has nothing like Devil Jin's laser scraper. I don't know if they meant mid tracking or what. While standing 4 is a safe mid homing knockdown. But I realize it's not his frame type, so I'm not gonna play devil's advocate on that. Yeah, just the Leroy back 4, just out the cut, just.
All right, cool. So
that's basically it. So
let's get back onto the tier list, man. I want to try and wrap this up.
That's fine. I'm trying.
All right, cool. Let's what are we saying then? So we're saying Kazuya and Jin. I've always thought Kazuya was pretty good, so I will put them in both S. But when it comes to I need to share my screen with you now. I forgot. Let me share my screen with you. Share screen. There we go. So when we're now going over this, we have to now think. Let's try and speed through it a bit more, innit? Because I feel like we're lasting on the characters for a bit too long. So let's go to A. So are we saying King is okay, Harung is okay? Just let me know when to stop. King A.
Yeah.
Harung.
No.
Harung not A.
No, I think he's like
S.
Anna. No, he's like he either lives or he dies when he plays. Every Harung player can tell you this. What makes him stupid in this game is that when he goes in, he has no way to stop himself from having to guess anymore, and that's just how they want him to play.
He more to play defending against Harung.
That's because he goes in and he either lives or he dies, and when he hits you, it hurts, right? However, he's going to die the same way if you guess, unlike everything. So he's actually like equal risk reward on everything.
Nah.
Alright, think about the things he does when he hits you. When he hits you with it, you take the same amount of damage as if you guess right against what he was doing.
Nah. Alright, cool. But okay, by judging by that means Raven's not S tier. We got to put Raven in A.
Yeah, she literally just makes you guess. That's all Raven does. There's no full on say. If Raven had that DR low from that's like full crouch down forward 3 or 4, I can't remember the input. But that's like the best low ever because it hits from range 3 and not many people can punish it. And if she still had her magic 4 combo, that would be really good.
I can't agree with Harung being B though. I'm gonna keep him in A.
Now that Raven's lower, it looks better.
Okay,
right? You can say Harung is good because I can understand why people say Harung is not like worse than that because B characters aren't bad. It's just they don't have the things A characters do, right?
Yeah.
See, X and above is overloaded. A is like what top tier should be in Tekken 7, and then B are just good characters. And when you get to C, they should be like horrible. And then D is like they cannot like play without like
gimmicky stuff, doing gimmicky stuff that people
without like dying. Like I don't know how to explain it. They just like their things don't work, but not in a good way. So
okay, so we're gonna say Master Raven. So we'll say King, Harung, Dragunov, Master Raven, Marduk.
All right, over here, Marduk is just horrible. I hate fighting him. No one likes fighting him. And then like down 4 is just heresy. Back 4 is heresy. Back 4 is the, oh my god. All right, so like I said before, coverage and, you know, not interacting with people is what makes something strong. Down 4 for Marduk is essentially homing for some reason. You can't step it. You can't low parry it. The only defense against it is to block low, and it goes super far. So that's the only way you can defend against it, is if you block low. And it does a beefy amount of damage. And then back 4 is the same speed as down 4, which is I-14, and it's a safe move, and it tracks really good both sides. From up close, you can step it to your right or to Marduk's left. But from like literal Marduk range where he's doing down 4, you're not going to avoid back 4 ever. So he's just either doing, I'm going to do down 4. Okay, I'm going to do back 4. Now I'm going to do down 4. And that's not even talking about like the absurd damage he does. I'm just talking about what makes him like not think. So I can't like avoid the things Marduk does, because trying to step him is just worthless now. And then they gave him a sniper on his down forward 1, and then he does an atrocious amount of damage, and then he puts you in situations where you have to guess no matter how good of a player you are, and then the damage does 40 like on both sides, and then it's just absurd.
Okay, so we're saying that's S. Good. That's S.
Yeah, he didn't used to be. Well, see, like where you put characters too high. Here's your tier list is smushed. That's why it looks like some characters don't belong in B, because some characters are like, you have people around the equal skill, but like, oh, I see how it is. So where OP would be for me is where S would be, and where S would be is where A would be for me, and where A is where B is, and where B is where C is. That's how it is for me. That's why it seems weird.
Okay. Well,
if I had an OP tier, I only have 2 people in OP tier.
And who's the 2
then
people?
I have the 2 people would be Fakram and Sophia. I only have 2 people in like unbalanced, because I think movement to me is the strongest thing.
Yeah. Who did you say? Who did you say the 2 people in OP would be?
Just Fakram and Safina. I think those characters were just absurd, because they banned Fakram over there for like, that's absurd. I thought he was stupid too. I didn't even think like the moves he did were all that great. He just seemed like guessing, but then he could go over lows by moving forward, and then like, yeah, like he has insane range while also having the best movement. So like playing against him is just, he doesn't have to guess when he's fighting you. He just does the moves, and if you got hit by them, you died. Like, he's not guessing. Like, how many options does Jet Kit cover, like, other than duck?
Remember, like, he has there's a new update that was yesterday, so that's changed.
Yeah, you know what changed? They made him play even less of the game. Now, Fakram players aren't going to try to sidestep at all. So characters that covered more options, like Paul Quarter Circle back 4, that covers more options where they step, now Fakram players aren't even going to try to step. So you're not going to hit him with moves like that. You're never going to hit him for trying to step things. So now he plays even less of the game.
So wait, you're saying that Fakram and Zafina... Well, you're basically saying Zafina is better than Akuma and Geese.
Well, Zafina is the only person that can avoid the plus on block mid after getting hit by Akuma's down 4.
That's one scenario, though.
Well, including that one scenario, that's huge. Because if she can avoid that, what else can she avoid from Akuma? So you're not effectively hitting Zafina with like moves unless she's standing still. Unless Zafina is walking towards you or standing still, you're not hitting her with moves as Akuma.
I think Geese is better than, I'm not gonna lie.
But you know, that's still like argumentative, because you know my character of choice is Akuma versus Zafina. So that, you know, you can argue whatever you want. I'm not saying like because Safina is better than Akuma. Like, Akuma isn't stupid. I'm just saying Safina is OP or broken to me is because everyone else has movement that has been nerfed, and movement is really what defines Tekken, and she's the one with the best movement. If this was a game like last game where everyone had good movement, you know,
she would be not
then
high.
Yeah, it wouldn't even matter, right? Because she wouldn't have anything special that defines her.
Safina is silly though in that respect, but to say like better.
Safina has always avoided things with moves. Let's clear it up, because some people think like Safina's evasive, so she's cheap. No, that's not what makes her cheap. Okay, Safina has always, you know, the part where people cannot hit Safina is, you know, her moves, right? Her moves are the things that avoid things, not really her moving. So always like back 1+2, you can't hit anything if she does it, right? That's an annoying move. To like, you know what back 1+2 is, right? From Safina.
Well, I played against her in tag 2, man, a lot.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I know.
Back 1+2. You know, the while standing 1-2, that thing that just avoids everything.
Yep.
You know, down 3. Her moves are the things that avoid things. She still does that. Now, not only her moves avoid things, her movement avoids things. So even when she's not trying to do attacks that, you know, to avoid things, you still can't hit her. Hitting her is still just as hard. So that's why I think it's just absurd. Elisa has that movement thing too, but the evasiveness isn't like tied to it. Like, Elisa's sort of hard to come back with, but her armor moves make it like easier for her.
All right, let's
the pressure from them.
All right, let's try and round this one up. So we're gonna say for A tier, we're gonna say King, Harung, Dragunov, Master Raven, Shaheen.
You could argue Shaheen's in A. Yeah, you could.
Kazumi.
Yeah. No, I think Kazumi should be the top of A, because she has the most consistent matchup spread in all of Tekken.
Okay, cool. So then we'll say, because it's still not in order, but I get you though. Lee.
Yeah, this actually doesn't look like I can respect this opinion right here. Like I'm gonna be like, that is like totally wrong, right? I'd be like, I mean, Ganryu's pretty good. People sleep on him, but like I don't have time for that to explain that, I guess.
Ganryu's the one that no one really knows about because we ain't really seen much of him. But I've been playing him and I don't think he's better than outside of A. Unless you have something to explain. I'm
just saying, people have been playing Ganryu heavy over here in the East Coast of US since like 2004. So this is like, that's like, I don't know. Our Ganryu stuff has been refined over years and years and years. So I guess it's different. I mean, you could think like other. I'm not. It's okay. It's like a matter of opinion.
I've played Ganryu for years. Like I'm talking T6. Like I compete with Ganryu, but I'm saying.
Bro, you should think he's OP then.
No, not in this game.
Ganryu has been good since. Well, he's been at his worst in T6. I think the worst Ganryu has been is Tekken 6.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I played, bro. In Tekken 6 he was really really bad. And then
yeah, he was not clean.
And then tag 2 he was a lot better.
Like tag 2, Ganryu could put hands on people in tag 2.
There we go.
And then T7 he puts even more hands on people. So that's just how I feel. He just puts hands on people.
I need to see it, man. That's what I'm saying. DR Ganryu is the best one that I feel.
He is clean.
Yeah, DR Ganryu is the best.
I love that version.
But this Ganryu in this game, like you said, especially that they changed the downfall 2+3. Obviously, they made it so you can use it at the wall and stuff like that. I don't really see.
Bro, all I'm saying is when you get someone to the wall, you need to start spamming down for 1+2, because that's cheap.
I do that. I do that.
Clap is cheap. The character's just full of cheap. Clap is cheap. Down for 1+2 is cheap. Down forward 3 is cheap. The jab is cheap. You know the jab is cheap.
12 frames. 12 frames.
And it's +3 on block, Jay. And on counter hit, he gets a headbutt, bro. Come on.
Don't press buttons.
The jab is cheap.
Don't press buttons.
All right. Don't press buttons. Watch him down forward 3 you to death.
Well, then just move back.
You can't. You can keep doing You gotta eat at least 2 down forward threes
exactly.
to get out of the range of it.
Yeah,
you gotta eat 2. Are you really just gonna eat? He can just keep doing it,
bro.
And then he'll just move up again.
Just move back. Right, to eat 2 and then move back.
Bro, you just gave him 2.
Bro, I'll do down forward 3 and then maybe a down forward 2. That's minus 11. Just hold it.
Okay, you're just gonna move back after the second one?
Yeah.
What if I down forward 3, full crouch that 1+2, full crouch down 1+2, right? You can't.
I love
he
that.
puts
I love
you in a spot where you can't. But that is how you fight Ganryu, though. You don't want to challenge him when he's up close.
That's what I like.
That is how you fight him.
Don't challenge
he's
me.
Clean.
He's a sumo. Yeah. You gotta go challenge
when he
sumo.
gets into your face. You have to treat Ganryu like law when he touches you. Okay, you don't mash against him. If he touches you, you don't press anything. If he hasn't touched you yet, you can treat him like a big character who has slow moves. But until that, I think you can put him there if you don't think he's that strong. He's still better than everyone below him. So that's all right, I guess. He's way better.
I feel like he sometimes he has struggled against characters that can backdash well. Safino.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, no. Ganryu's kind of good against Safino.
How? I want to understand this.
If he could get to her, because everything, Ganryu's a victim of DLC privilege, where like everything he does is like heat-seeking tracking on it, like a lot of the other characters. So he's kind of good against Safina, like Marduk with the down 4 and back 4. But I can see how it can be annoying. You just gotta wait more.
Like once Ganryu's in, like my thing is. Once Ganryu's in, he can be solid, but he has to get in, which is the thing. Like get some of these characters that have clean backdashes, or some of them like that can step and stuff like that. It's a different thing, man. It's a different thing.
Well, Ganryu has a good backdash too now. He has an old backdash animation, which I thought was pretty cool. So he can move around pretty good now. So, and then his whip pressure isn't too bad as long as you're clean with clap. So that's just Ganryu. What I was about to say is, I need to do glaciating justice here. Miguel should be an A if all those other characters are an A. If you have Harong and Dragunov an A, and Josie an A, Miguel needs to be an A, because Miguel is terrifying. People are not playing Miguel correctly, and I'm blaming Sephi. Sephi's purposely not telling you guys how to play Miguel, so he could be the only Miguel. I'm convinced.
In A? I mean, yes, to be honest, when I was playing him, he does seem like he is quite sick.
I could tell you how to play Miguel in like 6 steps, and it's the most OP thing ever. It's just damage.
Okay, explain.
Okay, so step 1, forward 4. All right, right here, forward 4. The reason why you do forward 4, well, here's the step 1. Step 1 is to make sure they don't move, and you do that with forward 4. You use the range on the homing forward 4 to make sure they don't move. All right, now that they're not moving, step 2, right? If they don't respect it, just finish it. But they have to not move to avoid forward 4, right? Because they want to step Miguel's down forward 1, right? The reason why people step down forward 1 is because it's so strong. So that's what you do to stop them from, moving in the neutral when you avoid. Forward 4. So after you've done forward 4, you down forward 1, right? Down forward 1, if they're going to match after down forward 1, just finish it, right? You get them to respect that, right? If you don't know what they're going to do after down forward 1, just backdash again. Your movement is super important in this, like moving around. So after you do down forward 1, if you think you're going to mash, you finish it, you get Savage 2 afterwards, or a flop over, you get 46 damage. And then you rinse and repeat. So if you think they're going to not going to respect after down forward 1, you just go into Savage. And then they made Savage 1-4 a normal hit, NC wall bounce. Now, they changed his 1-4 to be NC from NCC. So that's stupid. So after you effectively got them to not move with forward 4, then you can pull out the mix-up moves with up forward 1 and back 3. So then they're forced to guess afterwards, right? If you don't like, so down forward 1, if they don't respect it, you finish it. If they do respect it, you go into Savage, right? And then you mix them up from there. Now, what he got from Savage was Savage 2. Savage 2, you can just throw that out, like, in the neutral, like, on God. Because it's a 32 damage, mid, safe, like, move that tracks to his right. Like, I'm serious. When you're playing Miguel, just randomly run up and Savage 2. Like, just throw it out. Because if they get hit by it, it does 32 damage.
Okay. I respect that decision. We'll keep her in A.
So, like, if they're going to wake up after, like, Savage down bad 3, just Savage to them. Because the risk for, like, the reward is in your favor. And then the pushback on block is pretty good. So real quick, just to tie it up, get them to not move with forward 4, right? And then you can go with up forward 1 and back 3 once you've got the condition of them to not move. Or with down forward 1, if they're going to mash after it, just finish it. If they're not, go into Savage. But you have to get them to respect it. You're just fighting for control, right? That's what you're doing. You're getting them to respect what Miguel has to offer. And once they respect it, you can up forward 1 into, back 3.
All right, cool. So we're going to round up that one for the A. So A is fine. I think Brian should be an A. What are you saying about that? Or nah?
If you put Brian in A, you'd have to... Well, I'd respect Brian in A, but... Yeah, I'd respect Brian in A. It just looks weird because then you would have to move more people up and then people down, but then it's whatever. Like, this is your opinion.
This is why I think... Alright, so I think Anna is ridiculously good. I think she's better
I would say
than me.
ridiculous. And first to 2, however, Marduk and Anna are the best characters ever in the universe with Akuma. But, like, that's not what this tier list is. I mean, she's not A, but she, like, sort of like Shaheen, they just go straight to the point and they're toxic. But, like, if you do look at their tools, it's trash. But, like, in tournament, it's, like, the best thing in the universe. Because of, like, you have no idea what that person is going to do at all.
Oh, but I put Leo in B. I think Leo should be A as well.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, Leo's amazing.
Yeah, Leo. So then does that mean, so are we keeping Bob and Heihachi in B? Because I think Heihachi is really good.
I do, too. I think he's A.
I think he's A.
I think Heihachi is scary. Don't sleep on Heihachi. Heihachi is good.
His wolf pressure is ridiculous. Ridiculous. 1-1-2. Wolf splat. Obviously, the full crouch down forward 4. Some people...
1 back 2 is only -2.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Only. The back turn fist is -2.
Forward 1 back 2 is NC. And it's only -2. That is crazy. And forward 3 is, oh my god. The character just has mids and mids and mids and mids and mids and mids and somewhere plus on block. And he's just, everything he does is mid. And it's just oppressive. Like, he does his job. And he can still play neutral with Electric. So,
okay, we'll put him A. I think Bob and Anna should move up. And I think wait. I think Bob, Anna, and Asuka should move up.
See, the more you move other people up, the more you'd have to move other people up too, because they're not equal to Bob and Anna. Not Bob, Anna, and Asuka. You can't, because when you're doing same tier, it's like, because
Bob should move up though. I think Bob should move up, but I don't know in it. Like, Bob and
if you move Bob up, you gotta move Fang up because he's clean, and then if you move Fang up, then you gotta move Nina up. Cause like, okay, hold up. Let me tell you something real quick. So how I base characters off their strength in Tekken 7, not by tournament results. I base their stuff off coverage, coverage, risk reward calculation, and what happens when you choose not to interact with them. And this is consistent, and that's how I base all my tier lists. Not by like who wins tournaments or who does whatever. Like coverage, risk reward calculation, and what happens when you don't interact with them. And you can see that from where we start from the top. So Fakaram, he's got coverage, right? Back forward 4 covers so many options, right? It covers everything except duck. It covers people stepping, covers people mashing, covers people just standing there.
Yeah.
It just covers so much, and it's a normal hit launcher. 3+4 is the same. It covers everything except someone side walking left at like the perfect timing. And it's just knocks down mid and it's safe, right? And so he has coverage, risk reward. There is no reason for you to fully like duck Fakaram because like the mid, you're just gonna get hitting by the mid, right? You don't want to duck. All of his mids will do like more than half health. So you don't. He's got that. He can change the risk reward because he also has a health sweep. And he has every single type of low. He has down forward 3, a hatchet kick, and a health sweep. So they gave him every low ever to adjust his risk reward whenever. And I said coverage. Oh, and what happens when you don't interact with Fakaram? If you choose to not interact with Fakaram, let's say you don't care about him doing jet kick, it doesn't do any damage. 3 + 4 doesn't do any damage, right? Whatever. If you just block, it's whatever. You know, he does have lows. He has good lows. The hatchet kick. If you're not interacting with him, he's going to hatchet kick you with down back 4.
Okay.
If you don't interact with him at all, he's going to hit you with an unblockable. Like, make you guess. So, if you don't interact with him, you're going to die more than if you choose to. So, you're forced to play the game versus Fakaram. And if you're doing more things, that opens you up to being counter hit and hit by jet kick. And that's consistent all across the board. That's why Paul is strong. Paul has had coverage with quarter circle back 4 and back. It was back 2 last game. The up back 2 homing move. The damage, Paul has always done a lot of damage too. Quarter circle back 4 counter hit last game. Up back 2 counter hit last game. You know, but you see what they gave him is if you don't interact with Paul, he's not going to do any damage to you. If you quarter circle back 4 and block, it's not going to do any damage. The mids, you don't have mids to do any damage. And, Paul used to not have lows because his quarter circle forward 3 was launch punishable. And his sidestep 3 couldn't be hit you open ground because the movement was too good. And then Devilman can only hit you if you're not standing still. So last game, Paul had no lows. This game, Paul now has lows. So if you're not interacting with him, quarter circle forward 3 is essentially homing now. Only -14, and on counter hit, it gives him Demo Man. Sidestep 3 now gives him back 1-2 on counter hit, and at wall splats, and sidestep 3 is easier to hit. So now Paul has lows. So you have to play against him. Because you don't, he's gonna do that. And then everyone knows Paul's mids are atrocious. So what's make Paul's lows better is that his mids do half your health. So you can't just not play the game versus Paul anymore. And then now that you're playing the game versus him and doing things, he's gonna counter hit you. He's gonna quarter circle back 4, up back 2. He's gonna down forward to you. You're gonna die. You have to play against him now. So that's why he's top tier.
Okay.
Before he didn't have lows.
All right. So let's finish off the tier list. So A, are we agreeing with A being like this? So Bob is not in A.
Bob is not in A. There's things we're just gonna agree and not agree on. This is your list. All I can do is convince you.
I think Asuka's not in A.
She's just like worse Brian to me. She's Brian without a hatchet kick. And that hatchet kick is like, you can apply this to everything. Like I said, apply what I said to everything. This is how I base my tier list off. So let's look at what Brian does when you're not playing the game, right? When you're not interacting with Brian, what does he do to you?
The hatchet kick.
Yeah, he hatchet kicks you, right? And then they buff the damage on hatchet kick, 23 damage, right? They made it +5, so now you can't step the jab after it. So they made that move stronger. They wanted people to have more punishment for not interacting with Brian. So him having a good low to do to you without interacting with you is, really good. What does Asuka do to you when you're not interacting with her?
She either does the down, what is it, the mid launcher or the down 1+2.
Down 1+2 doesn't hit you at open ground if you're moving.
That's true. Down back 3.
Yeah. Down back 3 there's too many things on her weak side. Well, see, when I say weak side, I mean things that avoid their main tools. So things that you should avoid, like down back 3, you can effectively go right against that. And since most of her tools go right, down back 3, even if you get hit by it, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't put her in too advantageous of a situation. And plus, it's way easy to avoid. to avoid Brian's hatchet kick, you need to hard sidewalk left as soon as he does the sway animation.
I do think Bob and Asuka should be in A. I'm going to move them to A. I think Bob and Asuka.
See, you're thinking about it now, right?
Yeah.
I think what happens to Bob if you're not interacting with him?
Bob
he can help sweep you.
Yeah, he can help sweep you. He can do whatever he likes.
Yeah, Bob is up there. Yeah. Right? Bob is up there, but Asuka is, in my opinion, not. Because if you don't interact with her, let's say, and then she doesn't know that you're not interacting with her. She's still in the mindset that, this guy's going to try to attack into me sometimes. So she's still going to throw out random things, right? Let's say she's going to do down forward 1-2, then duck the second hit, and then she sidestep twos. If I'm just not interacting with you and I'm just looking at you, my mindset is I'm just going to wait, And she's doing all these crazy things. She's going to keep getting punished for it. So what does she have to do to make me play the game? She has to down back 3 me. But down back 3 gets avoided by one way. And then getting hit by it is not the end of the world either. So to make someone play the game, it's not scary. So there's no reason for me to open up and get hit by the crazy Asuka things if there's no incentive for me to not. But she still has things, right? I was playing Asuka too. She still has lows. It's just to get someone to interact with you, you need to be nice, right? You need to be really good. That's just it. Bob has got strings. I think Bob has got
strings.
It's just that everyone in A isn't the same. I feel like you need an A+ and an A-.
An A+ and an A-.
Yeah.
All right. Let me try and create another one. Add a row above.
Because when I made a tier list, I've never had all of them be S, A, B, C. I've always had S+. I've always had S+, S-, A+, A-, and then B, C, because it'll be easier. Even if they're still not ordered, that's even better.
Yeah, we'll do A+ for this one. I feel but then I feel like it makes it a bit. It's gonna make it a bit more difficult now.
Well, they're not ordered. It shouldn't be too hard because now we can say now we can start being more specific. These characters are definitely better than this. Now start putting people in So you could say Kazumi could be at the top of A+ because she's got the most consistent matchup spread in all of Tekken. So let's put the best characters in that A tier in A+. Best.
So who would you put there then?
So King, definitely. King is super good.
In A+?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel Ganryu goes in there. And see, we can do this now. We can put characters like Double Jin next to Kazumi now. Because now we have an extra tier. Because Kazuya is not Kazuya is definitely stronger than that. But then he's not too far. Double Jin is literally not far from being Kazuya's strength. All they need to do to Double Jin is just revert up forward 4, and then him and Kazuya are just as stupid. But because that, literally, he's the I respect S. S looks like mine, where he's the only outlier for that. He's King.
So you're telling me you would put Devil Jin in A+ and put Kazuya in S?
Yes, and then since you do this, you could put Armor King is still going to be better than Armor King, right? You still think that, right? So then Armor King isn't definitely not as bad as Anna or Jack. Well, Jack, I don't think Jack's bad, but Armor King and Double Jin do the same things. Except Armor King is putting you in a unreactable throw mix-up.
Yeah.
The chain throw will do at least 30 damage each time, and that's a hell sweep. And you can't tell which chain throw he's doing, because that's a mix-up.
Okay.
Remember what I said about the
unblockable
highs?
Huh?
That's his hell sweep. His hell sweep is doing the chain throw, because you have to duck to avoid it. The same way you would avoid hell sweep is the same way you would avoid a throw.
So who would you put in A+? We got to speed this up. Who would you put in A+? That's what I want to know. Who would you put in A+?
Who would I put in A+?
Mm-hmm.
I would put.
I
would put Leo.
Yeah.
I would put Leo.
Heihachi?
I don't. You could, yeah. Yeah, Heihachi could. I think Miguel is the top of A, not A+. I think that just looks better, so people know, like, okay, that he's up here.
So then what about, I think Harong is...
Miguel is safer Harong. That's true. Miguel is Harong, but he's not locked into his stance when he makes you guess. He could be like, okay, I don't want to be in this spot anymore after Savage down by 3. When Harong is down 3-4, he is locked into, like, this stance where he cannot block. Miguel can just run away. So I value that higher than Harong. But Harong does have a lot of tools. You could argue that Harong literally has everything. He has an orbital. He has a punch parry. He's got a safe down forward too.
Throw game.
He's got, a throw game. Yeah, he has a lot. So you could argue both.
All right, cool. So we'll leave them here.
Yeah. So honestly, both the slide characters. See, this looks so much better. This looks nice. Yeah, see. So I respect this.
What about... Okay, so you think Leo is better than Shaheen? I think Shaheen should be A+.
Yeah, you could put Shaheen up there. But yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
And what about Dragunov? Because Dragunov has a throw game. He has good punishment. He has a good,
great
while
here's
standing.
why Dragunov is lower. Dragunov isn't lower because he's a bad character, or like he doesn't have tools, or like he can't play the game. It's just that everyone up there and like A+, except for Heihachi and King, like everyone up there, or Marduk, they have, the top tiers have amazing while standing 13 frame punishment, and that is really bad against Dragunov since that is his main low. All other while standing 13 frame punishment is good. Fakrams, Akumas, Leroy's, Safina's is trash. Geese's, Paul's, Jin's, Kazuya's, Lars, Steve's, Kazumi's, like all their 13 frame while standing punishment is good. And they're also characters you don't want to mash against. And Dragunov's main game plan is offensive, right? So like Julia is annoying to fight, Leroy is annoying to fight, Akuma is annoying to fight, Fakram is annoying, Paul is a defensive god, Jin can make his while running too launch punishable, Steve, you don't want to mash into Steve, you don't want to mash into Elisa, like all those characters, you definitely don't want to mash into Law. So it's because he's so bad against the best characters in the game, he just gets bodied. That's why he's like that low. So you could put him at the bottom end of A+ because he's not a bad character at all.
Yeah, I think
everyone else he just bodies, but his like.
So that means we have to put Harong in A+. We're not gonna put Harong in A+.
No, you got to put Dragunov down then. Maybe at the top of A because.
I think we're down
because Harong either lives or dies. Yeah, because Harong either lives or dies. Man, he's like male Anna in this game. Like he's locked into like doing a mix-up because he has to jab from Flamingo, and you can guess that he can only do so many moves, and then for him guessing right, it's the same amount of reward if he didn't.
But how many times did he guess right though, and how much big damage that comes from it?
Yeah, you see, he's guessing right and he's killing you. Like you can make the same argument for Anna. But you see, Harong has way better, like, solid tools than Anna. So Harong's better than Anna by far.
Better throw game, better mix. I feel like the mix-up game is solid. It's not knocked down into combo. It's just constant pressure. Like you just see, sitting there.
What Harong does not lack is pressure or an orbital or parries or throw game or homing moves. That's not Harong's problem. Harong's problem is he can't just stop and do what he did last game. Last game, he could do right foot forward, down 4. That was the safest option to just get out of things. But he doesn't have that in this game. He has a hell sweep now. So he either does the hell sweep or does something else that can kill. He's just locked into it. It is strong, though. When he hits you, it's going to hurt. If you get launched by Harong once, it's like the end of the round. Like, you just said goodbye to that round.
Exactly.
Because not only did you just, his combo damage hurts, and then you're at the wall versus Harong. Harong becomes an S-tier character when you get to the wall. That's on God. Right? That's on God. There's nothing you just get bodied. So, I guess you could leave him right there. We don't got to move drag. Miguel and Haran, I guess, they're like the same character. They just do the same thing, I guess.
I'm not gonna...
Miguel is just safer Haran, I guess. I don't know. And then like someone that does both their things but like extremely well is Leroy. Leroy just mitzes the shit out of you. You just lose. I don't know.
But then I don't know, because like even like his throw game and he gets the free was it back turn 4? Like even when you do balcony break against Haran, when Haran does balcony break, he does down forward 3+4 to kick, do the soccer kick, and then he does back turn 4. And then not only,
you know, you see, this is why I'm not like too like pressed about if you put him higher, because Haran has so much shit in this game.
I'm putting
it's
him
just
higher.
like, yeah, you can do that. It's all right. It's not even like too bad.
I think,
like, see, that's not even bad. That's not even bad. That was good.
Yeah, I think this is a good choice. And these characters here, obviously, I think Master Raven's wall damage is ridiculous though, and her full crouch game is ridiculous.
Yeah, when she does get to, she literally just makes you guess all the time. But like, she's like Haran, but like on everything. So Haran isn't literally everything makes you guess. It's just when he does his some things, like he'll still poke you. Literally everything Raven does, you have to guess off of. And like, she's another one, you live or you die. You can be hella nice with it though. Like El Negro is
ridiculous with the character. Ridiculous. Immortal Soul is in the chat. He is ridiculous with Master Raven. I play against him a lot of times.
Yeah, and people sleep on Master Raven, so you putting her up there isn't even like wild.
Yeah,
right?
Yep. Right here.
If someone, because like we have got like Jack and Ganryu players over here, and we just, Jack is just so hard to deal with. Jack is, and he doesn't go any higher than A+. Like he's not going above that, but like he is like super solid, and he's not even too hard. And he's got a simple game plan.
Do you reckon Jack should be A then? I think Jack is not bad at all.
I can tell you how to play Jack solely from Anakin's teachings. From what he's told me, I can teach everyone how to play Jack. Because I forgot the guy's name, but he taught him Jack a long time ago on the East Coast, and then everyone just plays Jack from him. Everyone who plays Jack has probably learned from Anakin at some point. And it's simple. All you do is 2 jab, right? You do 2 jab to get them to stand still, and as soon as they stand still, you just mix them up. It's the simplest thing. And they can't retaliate because your lateral backwards movement is so good. It's super annoying.
Yeah, that 2 jab is so annoying. Literally.
Yeah, the 2 jab and to like, I think I have to pull out the Jack diagram again. Because some people aren't really understanding what I mean. Maybe I could. Okay, this Jack. Okay, so Jay, this is an infamous diagram I'm about to draw for you. Can I please? It would be an honor for me to draw this diagram, because I've drawn this diagram for people to explain what makes Jack dumb so many times. I hope this doesn't. You don't have to go out of your way. I'm sharing my screen again.
Hold on. Nope, that's not the one. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out where your screen is. I've got bare window capture. Nope, that's not the one. Is this the one? Alright, cool. No, wait, I'm on your screen. 1 second. I'm trying to find your screen. Where's your screen? Yeah, show the, I'm gonna do it full screen.
Wait, no, just click on your screen. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Alright, so this is about to be amazing. So I'm going to draw what made Jack stupid right here. Where's the paintbrush? They really have me doing an MS Paint for this. All right, so we're gonna draw Jack, right? Don't laugh at this photo. This photo's gonna make sense. We're gonna draw Jack. Okay, let's just draw his body. This is gonna be a horrible picture, but it will get the point across. All right, let's draw his feet. You know, he's standing here, right? He's like, my feet are right here, right? All right, now let's draw his arms. So the character. Okay, let's draw his fist. Okay, no, that's his fist, right? So this is Jack 7 right here. So he right here. So his hitbox is right here, right? This is where you need to hit Jack, this red area, while his fists are out here, right? So if you're like right here, this is common. So if you're right here trying to attack into Jack, this is you, whatever character you're in. You have to get through him doing the 2 jab to you over here, over and over again. While he could just go in it. Look at that. Okay, I know this, but you get what I'm saying? You've probably felt this before. Like, oh my god, like the hand, like, right? So you had to get in and hit this red spot while he has to, you know. So he's doing 2 jab, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna just wait for him. The way to fight Jack in tournament is you literally have to give up rounds.
Yep.
And I'm on God just to get this man's timing. Like, it doesn't matter if he chips you away. You're getting the timing of when he attacks. And that timing of when he attacks can be amazing for your counter hit that wins you the round, because that's what this game is about. Sure. So that's my Jack diagram. Thank you for allowing me to draw this and show you guys. So once again, I'm going to explain it to you guys. The Jack, the red hitbox is where you need to hit Jack unless he extends or hurt bots for you to attack him, which is a meme. The green area is where he's hitting you from. So you have to get past the green area of where he can hit you from to hit the red area. So that's why Jack is an offensive Pokemon. Okay, that's it. I
appreciate it, man. That's an A star, man. That's real good stuff. All right, hold on. Let me try and figure out which window capture I have now, because there's so many right now. Display capture, not that one. All right, cool. So now we've got to get back to the tier list. All right. So as we were saying, tier list is here. We still need to finish it off. It's been a couple hours. We need to figure out what we're gonna do. What are we gonna do? Because right now, this is looking quite good. Like, this is a proper tier list. I still think
this looks pretty good.
I still think Feng is a little bit. I don't know. Feng.
Oh, you aren't sharing your screen anymore.
Huh? I'm just. Oh, let me share it to you. Sorry. Let me share it with you. I think Feng needs to. He needs to go up a little bit. Let me share my screen with you quickly. There we go. All right. So I think Feng needs to go up a bit.
Okay, let me see this. Yeah, Feng has got like...
And I think Ling needs to go up a bit as well.
I think Ling is, Ling is pretty good. So, she's a character that forces you to learn the matchup. 100%. You know how some characters, you don't know everything about them when you fight them? But, like, you're fine, right? You're just fighting them and you're fine. Ling, you have to look for your moves that don't get bodied by AOP. Like, she forces you to do that. That's it, though.
I think Feng should go up, but I think Feng is good because of the way how this game is. This game is basically... I think Feng is good at poking, but I don't think this game is based
right. It's not a poke game.
Right. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I haven't put Feng in A, because poking's good. That's only at intermediate level if people want to mash and stuff. But at high level, people know this already. We all know this, is that we're not to press buttons. His punishment is not that good. His combos... Outside of his shoulder, his shoulder's 13 frame punish. That's it.
Yeah, he's a character with like, since last game he was a character with like the cleanest neutral. He still has it. It's just, that's not what we value. Like, he's where if S and above did not exist, he would be like one of the top tiers in my opinion. But since they exist, he has to deal with that, so he's not as strong. So some characters being really good makes him weaker. So he's definitely not Anna. I think he's more solid than Anna. However, Anna's like, don't get effectiveness with Anna confused with like her tools. A lot of people do that. Like, they mix up like effectiveness with like
mix-ups.
Yeah, they like tools. Like Shaheen, like in Anna, they literally do the same thing almost. They just slide or hop kick, and like if Shaheen's not doing that, he's just trying to get your timing with while steadying 1 or down forward 1 and just annoying you with down 3. Anna's literally just a whole game plan. Anna is the easiest character in Tekken ever. Or when I say easiest, I mean character with the simplest game plan. So usually people's game plan, even you can look at it from Double Gen standpoint, like a Tekken like game plan. All you do is read like defensive posture, and then once you read defensive posture, you do your wave dash 50-50, right? Now Anna doesn't even do that. She doesn't care. If she's going to punish something, she's just going to crouch. right? She doesn't care about punishment. That's like a part of the game where like she just doesn't play. She'd rather do full crouch down forward 2 or while standing 2 than punish you for like a -12 low. Because -12 for you is +12 for her, and the low or mid she could do is like dumb. So you doing moves that leave you at a disadvantage always puts you in a mix-up. But that's nothing like if you're punishing like correctly on Anna, you're wasting her like potential.
So what about Negan?
Negan is a troll, and the more you troll with Negan, the better he gets. So he just, I don't know. He's right there. He's not like A. He's definitely not good. I swear on my life though, that character's got like, but he's not. Like his jab is OD, but like, See, the more I think about it, like, is this good or is it bad? I don't know. What is the low out of intimidation?
Oh, down 2.
What is that on block?
I think it's like -12. It's not nothing. I don't think it's like 13 frames. It's like -12. Someone said -13.
Okay, -13. Okay, so it's like savage.
Okay.
What is it? What is it on hit?
What is it on hit, chat? I know someone in this stream has it. Like, what is it on hit? I have no idea. Worst thing is I play the character sometimes, but I don't know what it is on hit though. Oh, it's +7.
I don't know.
Someone said.
Oh, that is crazy. +7.
You sure it's +7?
I'm going to actually double check that. There's no way that's +7.
Oh, so no, he said no, +3. Okay.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. That would actually be so huge. Yeah, I found it. Down 2 -13. +3. It's +13 on counter hit.
+13 guard. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. Not +13 like that. You get a free.
No, I knew it was like +13 guard. You know, guard break.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was like, oh my word. You know. Okay. So I don't think he's really like insane, but you know, you could argue like he's at the bottom of A maybe, because he does one thing. He literally just pressures you.
Yeah, he don't.
And the tracking is the tracking is like super weak, but
then he's got back 2 for that.
Yeah, you know, he has things. They're just not like super like ridiculous. Like he doesn't have like big option coverage. If he had a lot of option coverage, he'd be like above A+ or A+ and above. But he doesn't have like that much coverage. He just does the thing over and over again, and it's like, oh my god, this is annoying to deal with. So I mean, you could argue he's in the A tier, yeah, because like that's like what Brian does, I guess, or something.
Yeah, he's not lacking anything to me. He's not. I don't think he's really lacking anything. He's just not that good.
Neither is Armor King like that too. To me, like he's not. Armor King has. Armor King has like enough. I have never been at a spot where Armor King where I said, "Damn, I wish I had this for this," because I've had it. I have never been in a situation when I played him. I've never said, "Damn, I wish I had lows to do because I have unreactable throw rates." I've never been in a situation where I said like, "Damn, I wish I had a mid or something." I've never said that. I don't know why.
Armor King don't have a crouch grab, does he?
No, you don't need a crouch grab at all, like to get someone to dodge. While standing 1 is just the biggest reward ever. And if you don't want to go for while standing 1, you have like forward 3-4, bat 2-1, stuff like that. You have what else? Down for 1 is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. People say that move is bad. Armor King's down for 1 does what it's supposed to do.
Okay, you know what? Will you be like this? I don't want to move no one else up. I think it's okay like this.
Yeah, I mean that's all right. I think Nina is OD, but people say they don't like Nina. I think Nina is OD.
I think she is too, but I think we'll leave D like this, C like this, B like this. I think. What do you think of Claudio or Claudio? How do you not say it? Claudio? I think Claudio.
Okay. I think he's not even that good.
Whoa.
I think he's not that good, but all my friends pressured me to put him higher. So I guess my opinion about Claudio is wrong.
Whoa.
But because Claudio does, all he does is shit on the screen with like homing moves.
Yep.
And while running 2, that does it. All he does is just put shit out on the screen.
Yep.
And like sidestep 4 is annoying. So yeah, you know, I think he's one of the better new characters, if I'm going to be honest. Other than Fok, Ram, and Leroy. I forgot those were new characters too. But he is like, you know, he's in a good spot. Don't move him on the list. Do not move him. Right. It's just that I feel like I got to talk about Nina, because Nina has tools like as much as her wrong, and she's got coverage. She's got homing moves. So like I said before, how I judge characters is based off 3 things: how much coverage they have, because coverage is huge in Tekken 7. Because the more options you covered, you know, the less you have to guess. You know, that's always been good. The more options you can cover in a fighting game, the better, right, for you.
Yep.
She can change her risk reward a bit. So she does have lows, right?
Let's not forget the side step 1 is like plus 10 on block. Plus 10.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's just that isn't, I think it's, plus 10. It's just that isn't like as big in this game as it is last game to the back walk. But at the wall, it's still a thing. So Nina really becomes Nina when she gets to the wall. So she's still Nina with like her down 4-2 and magic 4. Like she has lows, she has good homing moves. Down back 2 is amazing. It's like a half screen, mid, safe, homing move, and then they buffed it. So you get like a full combo on it now. And it knocks down on hit. It's a good move. Down back 2. And then avoids a lot of highs. It's like Paul's up back 2, except it goes like half screen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, and her down for 1-2 is really good. So
cool.
She does have like the tools. She has magic 4. She's got, you know, down for 1+2 is good too. That's a homing mid wall splat, and it's safe, and it pushes her back to the range where she wants to pressure you again. So it's just that her outside of not being at the wall, the lows aren't like scary. Does that make sense? You know how down back 3 pushes you back too far? That's on hit. That's a problem. If that low left you as close as like, let's say Gamryu down 4-3 or like Law down back 3, if that low left you that close, then Nina would be like, you know, super good. But since she's only good at the wall, I guess like, you know, right there, when she's outside of the wall, she can struggle a bit, but like right now she's just whatever.
Right,
but
cool.
like she's not as bad as like you know, Anna or Noctis. Definitely not. Like she has magic 4, a safe down 4-2. No one in this category has what she has in B. If you look at it, she's the only one with a safe down 4-2, a magic. Well, Armor King has a magic 4. It's just 12. Armor King's magic 4 is actually really good. It recovers like the fastest out of like most of the magic 4s in the game. It's like a 23 frame recovery, but whatever. Nina's down 4-1 is good. It's just as good as Noctis is. As good as Fane's. So she has magic 4. She has good lows, or all right lows, I guess. And she's got, you know, good homing moves, right? Like Armor King doesn't have any like bid safe counter hit launching homing moves. Right? Can you imagine if they gave that to Armor King, people would stop crying about him, right?
Okay.
But he doesn't have that. Nina has a mid safe, like that does everything. Jay, that's mid safe homing, so you can't step, you can't duck. It covers every option except block right there. But like they block it, and like you're fine, right? So,
all right, cool. So moving on from Nina, because Nina's a discussion, because even like some of the players and stuff that play the character, they aren't really, you know, they ain't really picking this character anymore, or they've moved on.
She's fallen under the radar for some reason. They're just not playing her. I guess she's really worse than I think she is. People think Nina sucks. That's crazy. But the strongest thing about her was her sidestep 1 in the open. That pressure was crazy, but she can't do that in the open anymore. So, I mean, it makes sense. Okay. This list actually looks really good.
Okay, so like This is the part that everyone wanted to listen to and wanted to watch. There's only one person that I think should be moved from A to A+. Do you know who I think it should be?
A to A+.
The one person I'm looking at.
A to A+. Is it Bob?
Nope. I think Lee should be to A+.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Lee should be. And I think this is perfect right now. Like this ain't the A+ is not in no order, but that's their tier, innit? Like they're in there. We can organize that whenever, but we're just gonna get them into the tiers.
The only thing Lee is missing from Fakaram, them being the same character, is Lee having unblockables at the wall.
Yeah,
that's like it. Because Lee has a normal hit, high tracking launcher that like goes under mids.
Yep.
And it's safe on block. He's got a homing mid counter hit launcher that's 20 frames. I don't care what GM says. If it was that bad, he wouldn't be using it. It's safe, and he goes into Hitman after it, and he can go on the crouch after it. And he has slide, so he can just make you guess whenever. And his comeback potential is crazy. Like he literally like crouches, and he's like, "Okay, now guess."
Yep.
Right? That's so cheap. Slide will always be cheap, and it's been in the game since Tekken 1, I think.
Even his
it's the cheapest thing ever.
Even his wall stuff is crazy.
Yes, I don't know where this myth where like Lee doesn't do damage. Crazy. Like Lee hits you and like does a bunch every single time, and he's going to the wall. But like everyone has wall carry now, so I guess it's like not valued. His lows and like Hitman stance isn't like a real stance. You can like step that. Like OS hit side step left duck. So I guess you can make the argument like that's not good, but like your goal isn't to do Hitman stance mid-subs. It's just there so people don't attack you. And, like, it works because you're getting them to sidestep left duck. So, like, I guess you achieved your goal. And, like, he has lows. He has a slide. Like, he's just... The reason why Lee is, like, -1 and, like, to +2 on everything because his moves avoid so much already. Okay. So he's not going to, like... He doesn't need frame advantage. What he does is he does moves to, you know, if you're -2, you're going to try to interrupt them, right? You know, what he does will come out slower, but he could do a move that avoids you, right? With forward, 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 right? Or down 3. So to hit him out of those moves, you need to do something slower. But if you do something slower, you're going to get magic forward or 2-2-3'd after it. So that's just what Lee does.
All right, so
it's hard to attack into him.
All right, let's get on to the bit where everyone wants to know. Everyone is wanting to know this part.
Okay.
So this part is the red section. So we're looking at S and OP. We haven't gone to OP yet. The OP is this is the last part of it. So we got to look at OP.
That just looks fine to me.
Cool. Why does no one rate Asuka? I think Asuka's ridiculously good, but we already went over why she's at that bit already. I think she might even be A+, but I'm not gonna move her. I think this is a bit of a safe spot for her. I think she's ridiculous. A lot of stuff is like -9. She has a lot of good stuff, but we're gonna go into OP. So OP is Fakaram.
Yes.
Akuma.
Yes.
Leroy.
Yes.
Eliza.
No.
Why?
Remember what I said before?
If you just backdash
characters, no, not just. This is what just backdash means. Okay, just people are understanding. I'm gonna say just backdash, and they respond with, "But you'll get to the wall though." When I say what I said before, is how I judge characters where they are on the tier list by coverage, risk reward, manipulation, and what was the last one? Coverage, risk reward, and what happens if you don't interact with them. What will they do if you don't interact with them?
Run up to you down
with risk reward.
Run up to you, do down 3 into DP, or run up to you, do down 3 into whatever.
You see, run up to you, down 3 and the DP doesn't work on Fang for the first part.
No,
run up, down 3. Every Eliza player will say run up, down 3 is like playing a pachinko machine. You can ask any... Running up and doing down 3 does not hit a bat dashing opponent. because I think they meant to do that on purpose. They did not want Eliza to do run up and down 3.
Okay.
People are saying to run up in the neutral. Like, you guys are also saying run up. Remember that we're talking about run up, down 3, right? So the reason why she's bad is the third reason. What happens to you if you do not interact with her?
Moonglide.
Moonglide, what, 2 and 4?
Moonglide 2, 4.
All right, so now look what she even has out of Moonglide. Now we go to the risk reward. Is the risk reward of Moonglide in Eliza's favor?
Yeah.
All right, look at the mids for Moonglide, right? Look what happens for Moonglide. Now, if I don't, and let's say I'm not going to defend against Moonglide, and she thinks, oh, I'm going to trip you up, right? I'm going to do my mid knockdown. You know, that's probably her best move. Kind of like Gideus. Moonglide 2 or forward 2. Either that move or like dive kick. I guess 4. Her 4 or dive kick or Moonglide 2. Those gotta be her best moves. Because 4 is the same move as Elisa's 4, right? Except it doesn't shake the screen. You know, Elisa's look like it does more. Literally, you guys can go check now. Elisa's 4 and Eliza's 4 have the same frame data. So those are the same move. But
where would you put her then? Where would you put her? I want to know where you would put her.
I would put her in D tier. Wow. If you don't do anything, she dies. Wow. That's what we mean by just bat dash from Moonglide. Moonglide isn't a real mix-up. Moonglide is not a mix-up. And even if you do get hit by the low, like, you don't even lose that much.
You need to play Eliza's.
Yeah, I guess they really be... y'all are dying to raw Moonglide. I know you guys aren't saying the OP part of Eliza is Moonglide. Because to me, the most annoying... It's both the options from, like, the mid or the low for Moonglide. She has to do Moonglide, like, 3, 4. But think about everything she's doing. Everything she's doing against that, if you guess what she's doing, she dies. If you guess Kazuya is going to down bat to you on wake up, Kazuya doesn't die from that. You just block it, right? If you guess they're going to do it. If you guess any of the options Eliza is going to do correctly, she dies. And then options that she thinks you're going to defend against, if she thinks you're going to defend against it, she also dies for it too.
Okay. I get.
So that's what I mean when you don't interact with her. Because if they're in a mindset that you're going to interact with Eliza, she can EX DP you. She can do quarter circle back 3+4. She can dit jab at DP. You'll run into down 4 and you'll get counter hit. You know, shit like that. But if you're not interacting with her, what is it going to do? People brought up the argument like down 3, she can change the risk reward of the low. But if you're not worrying about the low, like, what is the risk reward to it? It's not doing anything to you, right?
This guy said Moonglide can be killed by sidestep right duck. Really?
Yeah, duck from I sidestep right duck Moonglide. It's not like it's the same way as like Kazumi's like fly.
Okay, guys.
And so Moonglide. So if you're not interacting with Eliza, like, she's not gonna do anything to you, like, for real. Like, look at all the situations where Eliza hit you with something, and now imagine if you just stood there and blocked, what would happen?
I can't wait for the time when COVID's over and there's tournaments, and then
I want to get bodied by an Eliza. I want to.
Cannot wait.
I literally live with an Eliza player. I want to get bodied by an Eliza. I'm serious. I want to know what is the strength behind this character. What makes Eliza so strong? But for me, she's a defensive-orientated 2D character, and what she... Literally, to make Eliza S tier, all you need to do is give her Brian's hatchet kick. That's literally it.
She has a full crouch low. That full crouch low is stupid.
The full crouch low is launch. I'm saying, remember, there's no risk reward manipulation.
But you're not gonna... Sometimes you can't see.
And then there's on the places where there are risk reward manipulation, not interacting with it does not kill you. So let's say, you know, you can change the risk reward on her down 3, but you're not interacting with her on the first place because down 3 doesn't do enough damage. If down 3 did 23 damage, then you'd have to be forced to block it. then it'd be stupid to block, like to defend against. Because you're like, oh my god, she's spamming down 3, and then you try to punish down 3, and then she kills you for it. But down 3 does 10 damage. So why are they playing into the mix-up for down 3 if it does 10 damage? She needs to run up and hit you with 18 down 3s to kill you. Or 17. I forget how much health we have in this game. Like, it's... And then, like, she did do down 3 Dark Wave. Like, if you do anything 11 frames, like, or lower, you hit her out of it. Down 3 into whatever. Like, there's... If you do not interact with her, like, for real, that's consistent across the whole tier list, right? The reason they go up is because they have coverage. They can change their risk reward at will, so it's not in your favor, and they can kill you if you don't interact with them. Because if you interact with people in this game, you're more likely to get counter hit, the camera will zoom in, and you'll lose 70% of your life bar.
Alright, cool. So here's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, obviously I know this tier list ain't based on who's won tournaments and stuff like that. We already agreed on that. That's cool. But I just want to highlight that you do know that Austin Ash beat Bilal with Eliza.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick. Okay,
Brian,
I'm gonna let everyone know.
Big Brian.
I'm gonna let you guys something
Okay.
know real quick. This may be crazy for y'all to hear, but what if Arslan Ash is just a good player? I know that might be wild. That could be wild, but Arslan Ash is very good at Tekken. Now imagine if you... How many people know about if you just don't interact with Eliza, you don't die? How many people don't know that?
So, okay.
A lot of people will realize that if you don't... People still treat her like a regular character. Because Eliza is filled with things that if you attack into her, you will die. So, Arslan... I'm not saying Eliza can't do things. I checked out what Eliza has. The dive kick on hit is toxic, right? It's just she's got a bunch of wall setups. She has Elisa's 4. So she has things. She can counter hit launch you from 10 frames, right? Law can do it at 11, like, right? She has the things. It's just that if you don't know that, if you don't interact with her, you'll be fine. And she even gains meter the fastest out of all of the 2D characters. So she can do the annoying quarter circle back 3+4 more often. But that's what I think Eliza's strength is. If you play into what she's doing, you will die. Just do not, like, literally do not play the game with her.
So what do you think?
And I guess that could be strong,
do you think,
but it's annoying.
So do you think just to go in and then just come out? Like, if you're gonna press your buttons, do what you need to do, come out.
Yeah, leave, right? And just don't interact. Don't play into anything. Unless they make it super obvious they're gonna moonglide for you. Unless it's literally the most obvious read, right? They're going to moonglide for it and block it, right? And then just keep doing the thing, sidestep, bat dash, side, like over and over. And then get like a random low in.
She still has 4-4-2, the 4-4-4-2. She still has that type of stuff as well, where she can do a fireball, she can do it by herself, she could do
4-4-4-2. No, you lab that. That is not fully real. You can sidestep the options and then interrupt like one of them. It's different for each character, but there's nothing Eliza has to do to you for not interacting with her that won't get her killed. So you can compare it to like other characters too. Like what is Julia gonna do to you if you don't play the game with her? You're supposed to block against Julia, right?
Oh damn!
But she does have to win.
You know all these Eliza players are in there. I'm seeing K Nature. I'm seeing Kira.
Listen.
We need
if
to
you
play.
don't. Eliza players kill people that mash. Everyone knows Eliza players kill people for them attacking into the Eliza player. The Eliza player is just guessing when you're gonna finally attack into her, and she's gonna hit you with quarter circle back 4. She's gonna counter hit you with down 4. She's gonna counter hit you with 4. She's gonna EX DP. She's literally just trying to guess, and all those things get her killed. So if you're I'm serious, Jay. Try it against every other character in the game. Just don't play the game with them and see what they do to you to kill you. And then look at what they're doing to kill you and see if it's like worth it if they're trying to kill you. Right? So everyone in S tier and above have toxic things to kill you if you're not playing the game. The most would be Elisa, and that's why Elisa...
Look at the chat. Kira said, I won't say anything so she doesn't get nerfed. He knows.
Yeah, see,
he knows. He knows.
Right?
Counter's cheap. He knows. He knows. But I'm telling you,
If he says something, she's gonna get nerfed, Keurig, because apparently someone over there is fucking everybody up with Eliza. So it'd be funny if she got nerfed even harder. That just makes my life even easier. If everyone cried about her because she does no damage, they would give Eliza a hatchet kick. And then she would be annoying to fight. Because if you're not playing the game with her, she's going to do a beefy low. But every beefy low she has gets her killed. So the risk reward, she just dies. Especially if you're not playing the game with her. Look at all the things she does if you're not playing. If you play into it, you die. But like, look at the other characters next to her. What happens if you don't play the game with Leroy? Right? He does have Hell Sweep, right? That's launch punishable. But he also has other lows beside that. And also, he's got a safe on block orbital. That could be used as literally like a mid to literally trip you up for ducking. So if you don't play the game with Leroy, he'll kill you. And he has back 4. So he has the mid homing, like he's got coverage to stop that. You can do this, you can follow this like formula for every character, and that will be why they're good. And you'll see the characters lower than them do not have that.
All right, I'm gonna put Eliza at the end. I think Eliza is me. I'm gonna put Eliza to an OP.
Now compare Paul and Eliza. Look, you're gonna do it with every character, and you'll see every time you come meet with a character, she just goes lower and lower and lower. Look, compare Paul and Eliza. Paul has more coverage than Eliza. He has down 1, quarter circle back 4, everything's homing, right? But now let's get to the lows. Paul has quarter circle forward 3, which is homing. Eliza's down 4. I don't think it even fully tracks. But Paul's quarter circle forward 3 is like homing. You know, it avoids highs. And on counter hit, gives him the demo man, right? So that's already a good low, right? So it's already safer than anything Eliza has. And it does way more damage, right? Unless it's a clean hit, down 3, I guess, right? If you somehow hit that. But Paul's quarter circle forward 3 does not need the clean hit.
But you know this character, when we talk about Tekken fundamentals, this character does not play Tekken. So like it's difficult to kind of like explain like, raw, you know what? Compare her to like Paul, Zafina, Julia.
There's a difference between playing Tekken and then not being able to play Tekken. Eliza cannot even play Tekken. She could break the rules, but when she needs to play Tekken, she can't, and that's what you need to do.
You don't need to play Tekken.
Akuma can play Tekken. No, Akuma can play Tekken. What makes him stupid is he can play Street Fighter and Tekken. When you make Akuma play Tekken, he's fine. Akuma has a safe high homing counter hit launcher. He's got a mid safe homing counter hit launcher, and he has a stature kick. That's +1 and -13. He has a safer low than that. He doesn't need to do. It does more damage. He doesn't need to do down 4. He doesn't need to do down 3. And Akuma's down 3 is also a punishment sub 2 with the demon flip.
Okay. I'm putting her there, innit? So
but you see how Akuma can change his risk reward and it matters, so he won't die for it, and he has coverage. And what happens to you when you don't interact with him? When you don't interact with Akuma, his down 3 clean hit range is larger.
Yep. Okay.
So if you compare Paul and Eliza, Paul has things to make you play the game. He's got sidestep 3. If Paul sidesteps in your face, you're in a mix-up at that. Are you going to keep eating sidestep 3, or are you going to, quarter circle back 2? And then if you're playing that, you have to play with him. If you don't play with Eliza, it's going to keep getting her killed. If you block sidestep 3 from Paul, it's only -12. If you block down 4 from Eliza, she dies. If you don't block quarter circle back 3 or 2, like the mid, Paul doesn't die, you don't die. You block one of Eliza's mid she tries to mix you up with, you die too.
I'm going to put Noctis in A, because I think Noctis is pretty
That
good.
is so random, but go ahead.
You don't think Noctis is A?
No, I'm just saying. I was just talking about Eliza, and you just put Noctis.
Because I was looking at the thing, and I was like, I want to put Noctis in A.
Yeah,
I don't want to put
Noctis has homing moves. He can change his risk reward. He's got lows, and if you don't play the game with him, he'll do things. It's just that the things he does are unsafe. But down back 3, I think is good. And full crouch down forward 2. So Noctis has lows if you don't interact with him, and then he's got
he's got that pickup thing as well. That thing if you stay on the floor and he picks you up. He has that as well.
He's got things.
So I'm putting him A. But yeah, no, this Eliza talk, I'm putting Eliza S plus OP. Yeah, we'll come back to her at the end.
Jay.
No. It's not up for discussion. That's OP. She's OP. We're putting her there. Let's talk about the other characters. So we're gonna say Julia. Yeah, Julia is OP.
I think there's literally only like at max 5 OP characters, and then they go into S.
Okay.
Because you still fight Julia the same. She's not like Leroy where she can parry everything. She's not Safina where she literally breaks the rules with movement. Even then, like, she's not Geese either because she doesn't have meter. She's not Akuma. She's nowhere near. She's not breaking the rules like Fakaram. So Julia is just like super annoying, and she can make combo videos on you for getting hit sometimes.
So she's not in your OP.
She's like S. She's not OP. OP is like
I'm done.
When we start breaking the rules.
No.
Jay, I'm serious. Jay,
I'm done.
when she starts break. All right, listen. When she starts breaking the rules, when Julia starts breaking the rules, all right, he's gone. I guess it's my stream now. Okay, how do I take control of this? Okay, so Eliza's not strong.
No way. That's ridiculous.
Julia does have this 30% chance to make a combo video if she touches you, which is annoying. But what is Julia doing that she hasn't done last game, that she didn't do the game before that, that she didn't do the game before that?
Doesn't she have a 13 frame push that is a safe wall bounce? That's mid.
Yeah, and that game she had a wall bounce. In the last game she had resets for Oki. So what was strong in T7 is like safe wall bounces, so they just gave it to her. So that if you try to duck War Drum, you just get launched. Like, sure, that's been Julia's thing forever.
She has the most aggressive game plan. She could just do 4-4-1 every time. 4-4-1, 4-4-1, 4-4-1, 4. She could do 4-4-1 into core circle forward.
You're supposed to block against Julia like that. That she's been like that forever. Julia's been like that forever.
So then she's OP.
No, Leroy, Akuma and Leroy are OP. Akuma, they're breaking the rules of the game.
She has a full crouch mix-up.
She has 70% of the characters in the game.
She has the best.
70% of the characters in the game don't have meter.
She has the best walk. Have you not seen her wall carry?
Julia has always had good wall carry. Lee has good wall carry. They gave everyone wall carry in season 3.
And that running 2-1, you're getting flying all the way over the other side.
What happened? All right, the wall carry. That's what I'm saying. That's Julia's strongest thing right now is the fact she can make a random combo video on you and get like 8 down forward 4-2 back 1+2s or back forward 1s. I mean the string down forward 4-2 back forward 1s at like the wall randomly, and it just does a kabillion health. But you got to think about it. Putting her in S doesn't mean she's not bad. Steve, Elisa, LOL, Kazuya, and Jin and Marduk are ridiculous.
You for real? Are you trolling
Steve,
me?
Elisa, LOL, Kazuya, and Jin are... Kazuya has a dragon install in Tekken. Jin can parry every move in the game. LOL launches you from full screen.
Okay, so if she full crash, I just don't interact. I just get mixed up. Sorry.
No. You need to be patient, right? Because eventually Julia needs to do something. All right, so her, LOL, Brian, etc. Those weird-ass Tekken 3 characters are designed to just either they finish the string or they don't. They finish the string, they get the equal amount of reward. If they don't, no one dies for it. Julia's annoying, just like LOL's the same way. He does back 4, no one dies for it, right? He does back 4-3, you can die for it, right? The same with him finishing his Rekka, him doing a extra flip, down to 3, etc., right? Julia's the same way. She does 4-4-1, she can finish it. 4-4-1-4. She doesn't have to finish bow and arrow. She doesn't have to, finish a lot of her things. The quarter circle forward 1 shotgun. If she really thinks you're gonna mash after it to get out of whatever she does, she's gonna finish it, right? So she's good because she does that on everything. She can control it, right? She's good. She's not OP because even if she does finish it, she doesn't live for it. She's just super good. Like putting her in S doesn't mean Julia is bad. Putting her in S means Julia doesn't break the system of Tekken 7. People in OP break the game to the point where they should be banned. Akuma has meter and jumps. Fakuram can delete himself from the game, and he has unblockables. Leroy can parry everything, and he has a 12-frame mid counter hit launcher. That 12-frame mids are good, but look at all the people that have 12-frame mids, like Elisa, Dragunov, who else? Even Eliza, whatever. Katarina. But Leroy's counter hit launches.
Okay.
And then Jin can parry everything in the game. Kazuya has a dragon install, like Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. Law has everything in the game. Elisa's an armored boss from Dark Souls. And Steve is, you have to bot Steve. The reason why Steve is OP is because you have to actually box him like an actual boxing match. And newsflash, only like 2 other characters in this game know how to actually box. And what I mean that is, you have to keep all your moves like 14 frames and under. And not everyone can do that forever. It's not going to be work. So you're forced to box Steve. But when you get to OP, you get to shit like Geese doing a mid parry and then taking 70% of your life bar. Like a whole mid parry. You get to like Akuma from Street Fighter, King J. That's Akuma from Street. You think Akuma from Street Fighter is like Julia? Julia been doing this for years. What has Julia been doing? It was worse last game. You go back last game, it gets even worse. Julia's bow and arrow wall splat and T6. Did you know that? It gave her a clean wall splat and T6.
I know.
That's way worse than flop over into whatever. And then she can relaunch you. She can relaunch you on the ground. In this game, you're just eating the ground to hit and getting up.
She has a
she can relaunch you and put you at the wall.
She has a 13-frame wall bounce. All she has to do is safe.
And her down for one's good, right? She can down for one into full for 1+2. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've done that for real. Like I know what it 4 for 1+2 is cheap. I spam that. That's so cheap.
So then, what about What about, doesn't she have the power crush wall bounce as well? That one is unsafe though.
That's -14.
That one's unsafe. Okay, cool. But the safe wall bounce, which is mid, is ridiculous. 13 frames.
Yes. Yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy. It's fast. It's literally there just so that if you try to guess against War Drum, you can get wall bounce. It's actually toxic. But like, when has Julia not been toxic? Where there's a difference between this is annoying and toxic versus this literally breaks the game, and like her doing a safe wall bounce is not breaking the game. Akuma playing 2D footsies and doing down 2 into like a fireball confirm is like breaking the game.
Okay.
Especially jumping over. That's like
Julia's breaking.
Yeah, literally that looks good, right? Like some people would like. I guess Marduk and Julia are around the same. Yeah. That literally looks good. Now that I look at this, Jay, the only thing that looks crazy to me is like Eliza, but like we know why Eliza's up there, because people think Eliza's OP. All I'm saying is when you're fighting Eliza and you feel like I should get damage in here, the Eliza player is thinking the same thing as you, and they're gonna do something crazy. And I assure you, if you just block, they'll die. Just get them to think you're gonna attack, and then they'll die.
I think you've lost your mind because you're saying Julia is not OP. Like, this character.
No, I'm not saying Julia is not like super good. I'm just saying Julia doesn't break the game. The people in S tier are ridiculous.
Bruh.
Everyone in that S tier are ridiculous characters.
I think Julia is like at the top of S then. She's at the top.
You could do that. It's just she does not break the game. She's just super like aids to fight. It becomes like Fakuram breaks the game, Akuma breaks the game, Leroy breaks the game, Safina breaks the game, Geese breaks the game.
Hold on. Hold on. Geese doesn't break the game.
Bro, you have a mid parry from SNK and you have him in OP already. You put him there.
Bro, I have to guess out of 3. High parry, mid parry. I'm joking. He's broke.
Yeah.
Actually, just no one clip it though. No one clip that I said that. I like Geese though. You know what I'm saying?
Some people would say, you know, the same thing I say. You don't interact with Geese, he's not gonna, you know, what is he gonna do? Quarter circle back 2-4 or something? People make that argument where you like don't attack Geese and he can't sidestep to you. But like Geese has sidestep 3, so if he sidestep in your face, you gotta do something, right? He's gonna eventually make you do something, and you know he can. All right, think about all the places you want to do like a mid check or like places where mids are most valuable. All right, now you cannot do that versus Geese. You run the risk of dying.
Of course. So
in safe places where like someone would like do a mid right here, they're not sure. Geese can fully kill someone for that.
Yep.
For like trying to be safe. So let's say you're on Wake Up versus Paul, and Paul, like, he's not going to go low ever. He just wants to do up, back, 2, homing, mid, safe, and wall splat you, you know? He doesn't want to think. Well, Geese can stop things like that. He has an option for things like that. He does not need to block. Also, size of 3 is a counter. I don't know why they did that. That's insane, but, you know, whatever. So, I mean, it can go either way. Geese is either OP or, like, top of A+. I don't even know. He's like somewhere in there. So
Geese at the top of A+. I'll take that. Yeah.
No, don't. Oh, I mean, okay.
Yeah, we'll
either bottom of S or top of A+. Like, he's just because Geese and the Kazumi are like the same characters. I guess they play the same.
Yeah.
I guess they jab, they down for 1, they sidestep over and over, and you can't attack into them. So
yeah, I agree. Like, he should be at the top of A. He should be at the top of A+, not OP.
All right, so this looks weird. Now that we've done this, the only things that are weird to me are effectively Armor King Eliza and, like, maybe Haran, but I understand Haran because he has a lot. That's it. Yeah, other than that, this list is good. This looks great.
So I'm saying.
But I'm telling y'all about a lot. You can do that, what I said, for all these characters, and it makes sense. If you run, you see how you agree with where everyone's placed now, right?
The whole street's getting.
Jay, I'm going to ask you.
The whole street's
you
getting
agree
crazy.
where everyone is placed, right?
The whole stream is getting crazy. Wait 1 second. The Geese pick is just. I'm trolling.
Yeah, you can put Geese in OP because Geese is anywhere from. He does not go lower than A+. No one can argue that. You cannot put him any lower than A+.
Yeah. So
you can put him in S and OP. So
I think he should be an S though, because he has to make you like press buttons. Like he can't.
I mean, you could. He's somewhere in there. You could just whatever you want to put him. He's somewhere in there. Because remember, he has coverage. Everything he does is homing, right? And it counter hit launches. He can change his risk reward on everything, and it's in his favor with sidestep 3. And if you don't interact with him, you know, he's building meter for when you do interact with him, and he'll kill you.
Exactly.
And because like there's places where you need to mid him, and if you don't mid him, he's gonna keep hitting you.
Yep.
So he can kill you for that. So, so like I said, if you use that formula for all these characters, it should match up. Like these are the best characters because what's strong is like coverage. So covering the most options, being able to manipulate your risk reward, and doing something to get someone to interact with you. Because if you don't, it doesn't matter how much coverage you have if someone's not interacting with you. If they're not playing the game with you, you can't use your option coverage, right? Fakram's not going to hit you with Jet Kick or 3+4 if he didn't have any lows, because you could just block. So if you do that for like every character, sadly, when you get to Eliza, it just doesn't make sense. But, you know, I'm not going to say anything. You can put Eliza S, OP. That's just, I don't know. I've yet to fight an Eliza that kills me for not playing with her. Or outplays me for when I do play with her.
I wish this game had like the Killer Instinct netcode. Cause I would tell you, there's a couple of Elizas in the chat that are from
I wish we had better online. I wish the online was like Capcom's like ranking system. That would be good. I want Killer Instinct and Skullgirls netcode with Capcom CPT online rankings. That would be amazing. Yeah. So that I can only play Law. And then we can play everyone from around the world. And then we could have a TWT online, and it actually wouldn't be horrible. And, lobbies could be better. That would be cool. If they only want us to play online, make online better.
Tell them again. All right, so this is the last part now. So we got the OP section and we got the S section. And remember, I did tell you we're gonna put the OP section in place. So forget about Eliza. I'm gonna put her there. That's my choice. So forget about Eliza. This is the OP section. Who would you put in order of the OP?
It'd be too hard. It doesn't matter.
We gotta do it, man. It's gonna be first to fight. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If it really like, I guess it's already in order. Like Fakaram, Akuma, like it's at that point. Like you're just like saying who's stronger, like Goku or Vegeta. I don't know. They both blow up galaxies, so it does at that point. Like, does it really matter?
So it'll be like Fakaram, Akuma, Leroy, Zafina, Paul, and Geese.
You could order S, but like I guess you could order S, but like OP, like at that point, like it's just matchups. Like who like which OP character are you picking for matchups? Because like Akuma, like I'd play Akuma in a Safina just because, but like I wouldn't play like,
So who'd you put? How would you fix S then? Who would you put first to last?
First, I pick Jin because he's the one that breaks the game the most with the parry. Like that's ridiculous. Having a parry that does that it's like the third strike parry for Ryu, except like Jin has it, so they just gave it to him. Then I guess you could put Julia, Steve. Well, Steve. It has to be Steve or Julia, because Steve or Julia just bodies Kazuya. Steve, Julia, Law. Steve, Julia, Law, Kazuya, Elisa. Yeah, that looks all right. I think Kazuya is better than Elisa by a tiny smidge, because Kazuya has a house sweep. Yeah, Kazuya has. Think about it. Like I said, what does Kazuya do to you if you don't interact with him? You're now in a 50-50, and that puts you in a vortex, right? And then he can change that risk reward with down back 4. He can keep down back 4 puts you in a way worse situation. If you don't interact with Elisa, down back 4 is reactable, down back 3 is minus on hit, and then down 3 is launch punishable and reactable. So Elisa and Eliza are kind of the same way. Like, they don't have like super strong lows, except Elisa doesn't die for her lows. Eliza does. So Elisa's just waiting for you to attack so she can hit you with like armor moves and stuff, or like 4. Elisa wants you to attack into her, but she does things, really well to get you to attack into her, because, she doesn't die for some of her armor moves, or like 4. It's hard to kill her. The difference between like Eliza and Elisa is it's really hard to kill Elisa for like her things. They made sure her panic is safer. So like they're still in the same tier. It's just that like it honestly, since they're so close in strength, it doesn't matter. Like, it won't be the end of the world if you have one over the other.
Okay, so I guess this is the tier list then, man. I think this tier list looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good, I guess. Like, basically, as long as we know who are 1 second. Wait. As long as we know who like top 15 is, or 14 is, then we're good. Like, we know everybody up to the Kazumi. That's it. And then everyone's below. That's all that matters. The top 15 characters, everyone. That's who plays the game, and then it's everyone else. Literally, the order after that doesn't matter. And then we know Gigas is trash. If you play Gigas, you're a real one. Okay? You're godlike if you play Gigas. You play Kuma, Katarina, Gigas. I guess. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I obviously don't agree with the Eliza thing.
But wait, all right, you know what? There's one guy in here that's saying that he wants to play me Eliza versus Eliza. So you can sit in this conversation right now and watch it live.
Eliza versus Eliza? That is gonna be a doo-doo battle. I don't know what that would solve, but who is? I guess that's it. I mean, sure, go for it and see what happens. I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, look what she's gonna do to you. Like, everything she's gonna do to you is just gonna, if you don't play into it, it's not gonna hurt you.
Well, you're saying...
And then I've literally played an Eliza mirror before too. It was literally just who didn't attack the most, and the person who didn't attack the most won. It was just a goal of like who could get someone to attack each other.
Man, listen, I don't know if we should do Eliza versus Eliza. I couldn't play Eliza. I could play most of the roster, but it's up to you.
Yeah, if you can't play Eliza, that's fine, right? You don't have to play Eliza versus Eliza because any character you pick will be better than Eliza.
But sometimes I just have to show you how Eliza works. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know about.
Yeah. I'm gonna see you attack into something, and I would be like, if you didn't press anything, Eliza would have died right there. And then what she's gonna do to you afterwards is gonna be a bunch of launch punishable lows because they're not doing anything. It's either going to be 10 damage or launch punishable. It won't ever be high damage and safer. It's gonna be 10 damage, safer, or just launch punishable.
I don't know, man. But I'm telling you, right? You know, I'm not even gonna play. I'm gonna play Leroy or Geese. I don't know which one. I'll play Leroy or Geese versus Eliza. So you can see one of the EU Elizas. Because they might be different than the ones in America. Oh, he's saying he's getting ready. Oh, come on, man. I loaded up the game. I'm waiting. There we go.
No, everything that they're going to do, if you don't press anything, they're just going to die. I'm serious. If they don't press anything, you just backdash. Don't run into down 3, and you don't interact with her. But like when you know, like if you read the posture is safe, just poke her with the low and then just keep running away. Just don't make it too obvious you're going for a low or a mid, and then you just, you know.
I'm telling you, this character over here, man, the way how they played his character, bro, it's almost like they have no brain, and it works.
She is very annoying to fight. I will get you that. You have to go out of your way to not press anything at all. Like, you literally have to go out of your way to not interact with her, which is fine. Like, it feels very awkward to just not attack. But, like, if you make her think you're going to keep interacting with her, eventually she's going to do something that gets herself killed.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's not. Well, you do know.
No, over
what is the
here
thing she does? What does she do to you when you don't attack into her? What does she do to you when you don't attack?
She dive kicks.
Well, that doesn't do any damage.
It does. Bro, you don't know that it does chip damage?
It does 1 damage.
Still chips?
It does 1 damage. We're not talking about
why am I getting
Virgil summon.
Why am I getting damage for blocking? Why am I getting damage for blocking?
That's stupid. Yeah, it's annoying, right? But it's not Virgil summon swords damage or Sagat tiger shots.
Bro.
It's 1 damage out of she has to dive kick you 180 times, and you can't die from chip.
I am blocking. It don't matter if it's 1 damage, 1.5. It don't matter. Why am I? I'm blocking. Like, it's not a projectile.
It's a special move. Geese does the same thing.
Okay. I'm gonna try my hardest not to do nothing.
It's literally patient. It's literally patience. So when we say just backdash, that's what we mean. We don't mean literally just backdash. We mean don't interact with her until like you see that it's safe. Look, and then you'll look at what's killed you when you interacted with her, and you're gonna look at if you just stood there and did nothing, right? She would have died for it.
Oh, I didn't mean to pick Akuma.
Okay, Akuma's easy. That's even easier, Eliza. What you do is you don't interact with her even less. Akuma plays less of the game. All you do is forward 3 and backdash.
Okay. I'll try. My Akuma ain't that good though.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna work. But you know, just forward 3.
I'm gonna
forward 3 is stupid.
I'm gonna change back. I'm gonna change to who am I gonna play? I could play Geese. I could play Eliza. I could play Ganryu. I could even probably win this matchup with Gigas.
Honestly, you probably could.
Keep out 4-4-2.
Yeah, you literally don't. That's like not playing a game. That's pretty good. I think the less you play of 2D and the more you play of Tekken, Tekken, which is like running away and not doing things and interacting, the higher she dies. So the Eliza player is definitely in the stream, and even if they know this game plan, there's nothing they can do about it, because eventually they're gonna do a load that kills them. They have to. The only way it could be bad for you is if she has a life lead. That's when it becomes like slightly bad. But if you have the life lead, it's like nigh impossible for her to come back unless she has to do something that kills her. Okay, she has to do something that super kills her in order to gain the life lead back. You either have to run into her or she does something that kills you, like astronomically.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, look at that, down 4. Already. Okay, now that we have the life lead, now we run away. Don't even mix her up. Just run. Just run. I'm serious, just run. Because look, what is she gonna do? Don't throw any 2 fireballs. You don't want to get hit by anything. What is she gonna do to get the life lead back? Just back that chance. Don't attack. Don't attack. If she whips something, just kill her for it. Right, down 4. Right. Eventually she'll do something. Look, she runs up down 4. Look, 4-4-2. She died. What is she gonna do? See, you didn't try to duck it, and you died. She died for it. Look, keep going. Don't duck. Don't duck. Don't duck. You'll die.
Oh, I moved.
You see, she only killed you because you tried to play.
Yeah. You're right.
You're ducking. You're trying to duck something that won't kill you. You're trying too hard to guess. See, don't attack into her, or you'll get counter hit by things like that. You just wait. I was gonna say she was gonna try to moon glide mix up, so just keep sidestepping right.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Oh, of course he was gonna do that.
Yeah, see, you're attacking into her, right? Why are you interacting with her? If you just sat there and did nothing, she just would have EXDP'd and then died. Right? And think about all those like 4-4. That is her like best move. But think about all those 4-4-2s you've gotten hit by. Like if you just block, she's not gonna get anything for those. If she keeps doing like -13, you can like launch her for that, but that's, you know, you don't play Akuma, it's alright.
Yeah.
And then now that she doesn't have any meter, now you know she can't DP out of BS, right?
Okay, nice.
No, she's just trying to get you to duck. But if you guess, like, she just dies.
I messed up. My bad. I need to play him like a couple games, but I want to change characters.
Yeah, please, you gotta change.
Yeah.
You gotta change.
I can't play Akuma like that.
You need to be launching that 4-4-3-3. If you're not launching that 4-4-3-3 with like down 2 fireball, then just play like
should I play Gigas? Get Gigas, Gamryu?
You can play like maybe someone that can move, so probably not Gigas.
Gamryu.
Being able to move helps you.
I'll play Gani.
Well, being Ganryu, you have to, being in her face is like, you know, optimal, but like I guess you can play Ganryu.
Let's go. We'll play the UK Gani. Let's go. We'll see.
So if you look at everything thing that you got hit by, even the last match, let's say those down 4s, she took the risk to do down 4 3 times, and each of those were launch punishable. The Moonglide, like, you can tell when she's about to Moonglide. If she's at the distance, like range 3, the only move she can like hit you with is like either a projectile or like something from Moonglide. Yeah. And you just sidestep right, block that. And then if she makes it that obvious she's done her go low, then she's done her go low. If she's up close to you, just like backdash. Like you're like attacking her. Like when you're range 0, just don't do that. Like, cause that's what she wants you to do. If you're attacking into her like that, then that's just what she wants.
Yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
Nice.
Oh, that's OP. So every time she whiffs a 4-4-2, be ready to just forward 1+2 to her.
Yeah.
Every single time she whiffs it, because she's not gonna space it. That's her keep out to like catch you dashing. Oh, that armor move was good, but you have the lead now, so you just use that to your advantage.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, she don't have meter, so that's not even that bad. Like just don't like duck when you don't need to. Oh, you body her. She doesn't have meter, so the Moonglide 4 isn't gonna like launch you for it. So just don't do anything that gets you killed. She has to like take some stupid risk.
Round 3.
See, good job. See, you're already playing the Eliza matchup correctly. You're godlike. See, you got her right, because if you're blocking, that means she's gonna more likely run up to you and do something else, right? She's playing the game more, so she's like putting herself at more risk. All right, back up. You don't want to play the game with her. She's down meter. You don't want to play the game. Just make sure she doesn't run into anything. But also just get her to do something dumb. All right, be careful attacking after that, like homing move, because she can still like attack you after it. You're doing too much. Oh, well, she died. So every instance you jabbed after that, she could have done down 1 into like kick. DP, and you could have died, right? So those were risks you took, but you know, she's just annoying. You need to pick and choose when to attack. But like all the things she's doing, she could die for, or just don't give her anything. I guess I do think quarter circle back 3+4 is a good move, but like it's really locked behind meter, right? That's like what's annoying. She did a lot of meter though.
That's what I'm saying. She got season 1 meter.
Yeah, that's annoying. So I'm gonna agree. Like Eliza does have an annoying thing. I guess they were like in Pakistan, like, well, I mean, she gets the most meter, so we can probably do the most bullshit with her. And like Arslan's a good player anyway, and he understands how meter management works in T7. So if people don't understand that you don't have to interact with her, and they're just moving into her while she gets the most meter, she's gonna seem OP. So like, try to get the life lead and just like run away. Like you're already got like your character's toss it. Because if she's blocking, you can do something that doesn't get you killed, right? You can down 4-3 until she dies, right? She would have to do Moonglide 4 or down 4. Or some weird risk reward thing with down 3.
Ah, that's my fault. I took the risk.
Yup. That's all she was.
Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. I took the risk.
She was waiting for you to come forward and do. She was fishing for the back one, so I would have walked up and just blocked and let her do it.
Got full bar already. Jeez.
Yeah. So you really gotta pay attention. You just gotta be ready. You gotta get them to use the bar. What does Eliza want to do with this bar? She wants you to attack into her, right? Oh, she got scooped. Now be careful and wake up here. Oh, never mind. She's just in nay. Oh, damn. Ah!
Oh, let go of the full pressure, I'm sitting.
Yeah,
nope.
Don't be matching.
Nope.
You probably want to get up. Yes. Good block. You see, now she has no meter, right? She got nothing. Nothing. She has to do something crazy to come back, right? With like down 4 or down 3. She really gonna come back with only Moonglide 4 and no meter? Right?
I hear you. Alright, look, here we go. It's down 4. Oh. There we go.
Also, when you get up, hold back. If you hold back when you get up, that's not real. She can't clean hit you with down 3 if you hold back.
Okay.
So back rise when you get hit like that. If you tech roll, you have to eat a 50-50. Because of your movement and back walk, you can just get out if you hold back. Alright. Did you win? Did you win?
I done alright.
Oh, alright. You won the first of 2? Alright.
Okay.
My work here is done. Thank you, King J. I've taught you how to fight Eliza. All you gotta do is just wait for her to die. I hope you guys take this else with uses information everywhere else. All you had to do was just let her die, and she'll die. Look, if you continue doing this, look at the places where you've died. What is she gonna come back with those lows? Thank you for having me, King J. I really appreciate it. I'm telling you, if you don't, all right. So if you don't know about this, Eliza is OP. Like, she's the best character ever. Like, on God. I'm not even joking. She's an S tier. However, if you do not attack into her, she dies. You can't follow this, like, mentality with Paul or Fakaram or Leroy, because they'll hell sweep you, or they'll sidestep 4, or they'll unblockable you. But if you do this for Eliza, she dies for those things. Like, imagine if Paul died for doing, like, up bat 2, the safe homing move. Alright, I'm gonna watch the Salty run back. You better not lose on purpose. You're doing too much. Look, she's doing a bunch. She'll kill herself for it. Oh my god, she's dead. Oh my god.
Mom, you're killing me. Oh my. And Gaddy might be kind of cheap, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
We call him Granddaddy Gonryu over here. All the moves while running. Ooh, Granddaddy Gonryu. What are you gonna do? Duck. Down forward 3. I love this game. I'm gonna go play some Gonryu right now. Oh my god. Hit her with the full crouch 1+2 move. The dumb truck. Low parry. What are you doing?
Nice.
Get up. Ah! Oh, she didn't even launch it. Oh, she launched it. Okay, do it again. Oh, she has meter. The down 3 didn't even work. It didn't even work. It didn't even work.
It's because
it didn't even work. It didn't even work. You see, she even got you. The move doesn't work, even when she has you. You better not lose this round. You better not lose this round. Please do not run into an EX move. Please do not run into an EX move. Please just run away. It's 3 seconds. Please don't. No. Stop. All right, you won. You even got the salty run back. Good games, Jay. I'm telling you, follow this, you'll beat every Eliza. Good job. I'll talk to you soon. You have anything else you want to say before I go?
Bro, thank you for taking your time out, bro. I appreciate it, bro. This has been fun. It's been fun. We gotta do it again sometime soon. Hopefully,
follow me on Twitter, and if you have any questions about Tekken that are easy to answer, I can answer them. Goodbye. Thank you, Jay.
Bro, he is so funny.